Chapter 901. The Dilapidated Jiangnan Universe. Yin Jia looked at the eyes around him, smiled and expressed what he had gained in his heart, and gained a new understanding of the universe and chaotic creatures. Are you sure that the chaotic beast we created will be able to defeat the chaotic creatures? Li Shuquang touched his chin, thought for a while and asked. Then do you think you have any way to defeat the chaotic creatures? Yin Jia glared at Li Shuquang and poured cold water on him at this moment. It is no longer a problem to create a chaotic beast. The problem now is how to control the chaotic beast. This aspect depends on you. Otherwise, we will not be attacked by the chaotic creatures, but will be created by ourselves, devoured by the chaotic beast. Yin Jia thought for a while, and asked some questions she might encounter. She was very good at studying the physical body of living things, but she was not as good as Li Shuquang in terms of souls and spiritual thoughts. If you want to create a chaos divine beast under the control of the Empire, you must integrate the two major areas of the Empire's biotechnology field. You must be able to create a chaos divine beast, and you must also be able to control it. Otherwise, if the chaos divine beast bites back, it will definitely happen, cause disaster. There is definitely no problem with this. All control methods are inferior to the control methods of soul and divine mind. However, the soul of the chaotic beast must be very powerful, and ordinary methods will definitely not work. Li Shuquang patted his chest and said. He was very confident in this aspect. Yin Jia made a breakthrough in the theory of biotechnology. Soon, the Empire's senior officials decided to concentrate the power of the entire Empire to promote the Chaos Divine Beast plan and strive to create a powerful Chaos Divine Beast as soon as possible. Now is really the time. Got it. New news has come back from Pangi Universe. More and more chaotic creatures are appearing in other super civilizations. More and more universes are being devoured by chaotic creatures. Each super civilization is now eager to follow the hot pot. Like ants, various methods began to take turns. In the Jiangnan universe of the super civilized Han Dynasty's technological empire, a huge chaotic creature opened its huge mouth in the void of the universe, like a bottomless abyss, into which massive amounts of vitality and life energy poured in continuously from all directions. This chaotic creature has been in the Jiangnan universe for some time, and its size has become much larger. It is as big as tens of thousands of star continents, stretching across the void, as it continues to swallow up the vitality and life energy in the entire universe. The entire Jiangnan universe begins to become dilapidated. Almost 1/8 of the entire universe has completely fallen into chaos, with a steady flow of bastard energy flowing in. Come in. The time and space in the universe has become extremely turbulent, with space cracks and space-time storms everywhere. Countless lives, even if they are not swallowed by chaotic creatures, have died under the great changes in the universe. Originally, the healing ability of the universe itself is very strong. Even if some areas are broken and the energy of chaos flows in, the healing ability of the universe itself can be repaired automatically quickly. However, the existence and raging of chaotic creatures have the ability to prevent the healing of the universe itself. In particular, the more vitality and life energy it swallows, the worse the healing ability of the universe itself will be. If this situation continues, the entire Jiangnan universe will soon be swallowed up and eventually be annihilated by the chaotic world. In the Jiangnan universe, the most central area of the universe, the source of time and space, countless streams of light descend here from all corners of the universe, and then flow toward the source of time and space like a tide. The source of the universe, which used to beat like a heart all the time, now seems to be gradually showing signs of stopping. There is no matter or vitality gushing out from it. It is obvious that the universe has been greatly damaged, and many of its own abilities have begun to gradually lose. The Han Technology Empire has been organizing manpower to evacuate Jiangnan Universe. Jiangnan Universe is seeing destruction imminent. Now time and space are chaotic, and space storms are everywhere. It is no longer the cradle of human existence. Although the Han Technology Empire is a super civilization with powerful technology and power, it is definitely not an easy task to evacuate the population of the entire Jiangnan universe. Every space-time source here is very busy. In the void, spaceships and space battleships formed a huge steel ocean. There were also majestic figures standing proudly in the void, looking into the depths of the void of the universe with sorrow on their faces. A space battleship was advancing rapidly in the void of the Jiangnan universe. The speed was extremely fast, and like a stream of light, it disappeared from this end of the universe into the deep void in the blink of an eye. The space battleship flew straight towards the area where the chaotic creatures were. The battleship was an unmanned space battleship, carrying a bomb named Hope. This bomb is not an ordinary bomb. It is a bomb created by scientists from the 4 super civilizations of the Han Technology Empire, Alpha Civilization, Thunder Empire, and Yin Wang Empire in the field of time and space. The Hope Bomb adopts 3-in-1 technology, integrating all the achievements of several super civilizations in space-time technology, and also pins the hope of super civilizations to defeat chaotic creatures. Must succeed. In a void in the Jiangnan universe, the leaders of the 6 super civilizations participating in the Super Civilization Conference all met again. At this time, everyone released their huge spiritual thoughts to cover the void, and prayed silently in their hearts. After seeing the tragic image of the entire Jiangnan universe, everyone seemed to have seen everything in their own civilization. Not only this Jiangnan universe, but all universes invaded by chaotic creatures also had similar fates. If we do not defeat the chaotic creatures, all super civilizations will eventually be slowly swallowed by the chaotic creatures, just like the devoured universe, and will be annihilated in the gray chaotic world, leaving no trace behind. Li Fu used his spiritual sense to sense everything in the Jiangnan universe. Countless lives in the entire universe have been turned into dust. Although the Han Technology Empire is a super civilization and can evacuate most of the people, it still has a large number of tribesmen were devoured by chaotic creatures. At this time, Lu Wenjing's eyes turned scarlet, and his fists were clenched tightly. As the emperor of the Han Dynasty's technological empire, he could only watch the chaotic creatures in the void devouring his people. This feeling was really feeling bad. As for the leaders of several other super civilizations, Kan Wutianzuan, Fein, Lingsha, Lane and others, all of them have expressionless faces, and they feel like a rabbit is dead and a fox is sad. Everything that the Han Dynasty's technological empire has encountered is also in their own, performed within civilized territory. We're about to go in, someone reminded in a low voice, and everyone's spirits were suddenly shaken, and huge spiritual thoughts were felt. The space battleship carrying the Hope Bomb flew into the huge mouth of the chaotic creature like a stream of light, and disappeared completely in an instant. The size of the chaotic creature is really too big. Its huge mouth is as big as hundreds of star continents when it opens. A steady stream of vitality gathers here, as well as the power of life, making it very enjoyable. At this time, it didn't seem to realize that it had swallowed a terrible bomb. It still opened its mouth and continued to swallow the vitality and life force in the universe. Everyone was watching its every move with great nervousness. Time was passing slowly, as if nothing had happened. This chaotic creature was still swallowing vitality and life force with its mouth open in the void. The one that entered its mouth, the Hope Bomb, in it didn't even make a ripple. Sure enough, this chaotic creature is on the same level as the universe, and its body should have its own space. Kan Wutianzuan sighed, expressing the helplessness in his heart. The body of a chaotic creature forms its own space. This Hope Bomb loses contact immediately after it enters it. However, it has its own detonation program and will definitely explode. The greater possibility is that the space in the body of this chaotic creature is very huge. Hope the bomb has no effect on it at all. Of course, another possibility is that the space in the chaotic organism is different from the space in the Jiangnan universe. After the Hope Bomb entered it, it became a useless bomb due to the difference in time and space. I don't believe I can't kill you, Lu Wenjing on the side said unwillingly. At the same time, more than 10 space battleships carried bombs, like Hope, and fired at the chaotic creatures from all directions. Gotcha. Everyone in the entire Jiangnan universe heard this sound. The sound was like the sound of breaking egg ls, or the sound of glass or ice being broken. Beside the chaotic creatures, extremely powerful bombs exploded one after another. In the void where the chaotic creatures were, the colorful ocean of time and space completely disappeared. Instead, there is a cosmic crack like a spider web. In this cosmic crack, a steady stream of chaotic energy pours in. The power of the 3 elements is released to its fullest, and is released unreservedly on the chaotic creatures. Ouch! The chaotic creature seemed to have been greatly traumatized, making a pitiful cry in pain, and then finally closed its mouth and stopped devouring. After a long time, the void gradually returned to calm, and everyone's huge spiritual thoughts enveloped it. At this time, the chaotic creature looked a little miserable. Huge holes appeared in its huge body, revealing crystal clear flesh and blood. Waves of chaotic energy and black and yellow energy continued to pour out from it, and crystal clear flesh and blood continued to flow out. The body rolled and healed rapidly. It's useless. Although it was injured, it is still a flesh wound. It will recover quickly. Seeing this scene, All the super-civilized people were heartbroken. The bomb was as powerful as ever. But there was still nothing they could do about it. Chapter 902. Xianwang Qi. In the dilapidated Jiangnan universe, the people from the super-civilization were all silent and looked ugly, looking at the universe that was slowly being swallowed by chaotic creatures. It seemed as if they were seeing the end of their own civilization. The rabbit died, and the fox was sad. The technological power of several super-civilizations, mainly space-time technology, was gathered together to create powerful bombs. But there was still no way to deal with this chaotic creature. It can be said that now, everyone has used various methods, and it is not an exaggeration to describe it as being exhausted. The rest can only watch the chaotic creatures constantly devouring the universe, and the universes fall one by one. There is no hope! Lu Wenjing, the emperor of the Han Technology Empire, slowly loosened his fist, as if he had lost all hope, and his whole person suddenly became decadent. There are more and more of these chaotic creatures. Today, people in Jiangnan universe can be moved to other universes. But in the future, with the large-scale emergence of chaotic creatures, more and more universes will be swallowed up. Where can they go in the future? Not only Lu Wenjing, but Kan Wu Tianzuan, Fan, Lei Yin, Ling Sha and others were also the same. They all looked depressed, as if they were mourning for their heirs, with expressionless faces and a look of despair in their eyes. It's over! Kan Wu Tianzuan said softly that since he has been practicing Taoism, he has never been as desperate as he is today. He believes that man can conquer heaven. He rises like a comet in the Immortal Cultivation Alliance. He is a true genius. He has taken all three paths to the extreme and become a human being, a respected deity. But now, when he looked at Jiangnan universe, he seemed to see the end of the Immortal Cultivation Alliance. And he also saw the end of himself. Real detachment? It seems like it's just a joke. Kan Wu Tianzuan closed his eyes and took a deep breath. Now we can only place our hope on the Empire's biotechnology. Li Fu has not completely lost hope. The latest news has come from the Empire. Yin Jia has made a breakthrough in biotechnology, and may soon be able to create a chaotic beast. If the chaotic beasts can't defeat the chaotic creatures, then Li Fu will be truly desperate. There is still a glimmer of hope now. As time goes by, more and more areas of the Jiangnan universe are devoured. The vitality and life energy gradually disappear, and the entire universe begins to decay at an accelerated rate. In the originally dazzling starry sky, space cracks continue to spread in the void like spider webs. Along with the sound of space shattering, the prosperous star continents were instantly shattered wherever they passed. Terrible space storms are raging throughout the Jiangnan universe. Space turbulence has turned the bustling star field into a land of ruins. Time and space are chaotic. Countless stars have not yet come to the end of their lifespan, but they still seem to be in their final years. They exploded one after another to form a terrifying energy tide that impacted towards the void of the universe. Jiangnan universe is like an egg. Starting from the broken place, more egg LS continue to fall off, and more chaotic energy from the outside is used to enter, gradually swallowing the entire universe. Under the powerful energy of chaos, everything in the starry sky is like a passing cloud. Whether it is the massive black hole that once dominated one side, the huge stars, or the small asteroids, they are gradually being destroyed by the chaos, swallowed by Qi. In the center of the Jiangnan universe, the evacuation of the Han Technology Empire has reached its final step. Through the huge sources of time and space, all people who can evacuate in the Jiangnan universe have been evacuated. Only a few scientists from the Han Technology Empire are left to record here. The Jiangnan universe is about to be destroyed. Although the destruction of a universe is very heartbreaking, it is also a very precious opportunity for scientists. They may be able to understand the universe in which they live in a deeper level, understand chaos, and understand chaotic creatures. As long as there is still time, there is still hope. Scientists will not give up easily. What's more, once they give up, the vast territory and countless people of the Han Science and Technology Empire will be swallowed up by chaotic creatures. This is absolutely unacceptable. Accepted? The destruction of the universe is getting more and more serious. All researchers who have not reached the realm of chaos will evacuate immediately. In the void, a divine thought gave an order to the Han Technology Empire scientists, who were still stranded in the Jiangnan universe. Soon, space battleships flew rapidly towards the source of time and space and evacuated to other universes. In the remaining space battleships, two majestic scientists released their huge spiritual thoughts and carefully observed the entire Jiangnan universe. Boom! In the void, A terrifying big explosion sounded, causing the entire Jiangnan universe to violently turmoil, and the trend of destruction accelerated a bit. The source of time and space connecting the Behu universe has collapsed. Someone said softly that the source of space and time is a very special existence. According to the concept of cosmic astronomers, this source of the universe is not only the channel connecting the outer universe, but also the support that supports the entire universe. It is the most indestructible. However, now, the space-time source connecting Jiangnan universe to Behu universe collapsed, like a heart exploding, causing huge fluctuations, and time and space became even more chaotic, just like the collapse of the pillars in a house. With the collapse of this source of time and space, the rate of collapse in the Jiangnan universe accelerated again. More and more areas began to fall into chaos, and the edge, LS began to become large. Large pieces fall off. Old Zhang, you retreat first. What do you mean? Lao Li, didn't we agree to be together? It's enough for me alone. But you are getting in the way here, and it's annoying to look at me. I'm still annoyed when I see you. Get out of here. In a space battleship, two scientists from the Han Technology Empire were blowing their beards and staring at each other, as if they didn't like each other. They all know that Jiangnan universe may be completely destroyed at any time. Once all the time and space sources connecting the outer universe collapse, they will be buried in chaos along with Jiangnan universe. But both of them want to see with their own eyes the scene when the universe is destroyed. Neither of them wants to leave now. But for their close friends around them, they don't want the other to stay. Xian Wangqi. Could it be that the real purpose of this chaotic creature devouring the universe is to devour the black and yellow energy of the universe? With the collapse of the source of time and space, streams of black and yellow energy kept pouring out from the source of time and space. This black and yellow energy was different from the energy of chaos in that it was all black and yellow in color. As soon as the black and yellow energy came out, the chaotic creature swallowed in the universe immediately became anxious, and immediately ran rapidly in the void, turning into a stream of light and rushing forward. Oldly, speed. The two streams of light in the void also flew quickly towards the place where the black and yellow energy appeared. They were still the last two scientists left in the Han Dynasty's technological empire, because they were in the center of the universe. They were more powerful than chaotic creatures. Arrive quickly. Collect it. The huge yuan power of the two people surged in the void, instantly covering a large area of void. The black and yellow energy that filled the void quickly gathered towards the two people under the restraint of the yuan power. My physical body suddenly became much stronger. This black and yellow energy can be used to temper the physical body. I feel like my physical body has suddenly reached the realm of chaos. In the void, the scientist known as Lao Li was trembling all over, as if something was moving in his body, and a majestic aura was constantly emanating from his body. Just now, when he gathered the Xian Wangqi entered his body, and his body instantly entered the realm of chaos, as if it had been tempered countless times. Incredible, incredible. Lao Li looked in disbelief, feeling the power of his physical body, the powerful force that could break the void with just a gentle grip. No wonder the monks, who cultivate their bodies into the realm of chaos, are very powerful. This power is simply unimaginable. Lao Li was suddenly immersed in his own powerful power. Oldly, speed. At this time in the void, Lao Zhang said anxiously, because the chaotic creatures were about to arrive here. Lao Li woke up all of a sudden, and his huge yuan power surged, restraining the black and yellow energy that was constantly pouring out of the void. Let's go! Soon, no black and yellow energy came out of the void, and the two of them quickly evacuated towards the source of time and space like chicken thieves. Lao Zong, take the Xian Wangqi back. I think the Xian Wangqi will definitely be useful. Lao Li handed a ball of dark yellow ball into Lao Zhang's hand and said very solemnly. Just now, he had just absorbed some Xian Wangqi, and his body had already reached the realm of chaos. It would be unthinkable to use the Xian Wangqi in the entire universe to temper his body. Lao Li, let's go together. If you don't leave, it will be really late. Before Lao Zhang finished speaking, there was another violent turmoil in the void. Another cosmic source collapsed, and black and yellow energy continued to emerge. No, I have to stay to collect more Xian Wangqi. This Xian Wangqi can temper the physical body. Just now, I just absorbed a little Xian Wangqi, and my physical body has already reached the realm of chaos. Our Jiangnan universe is about to disappear. We must not take advantage of this chaotic creature. I will not leave anything to it. Lao Li seemed to have made up his mind, and said very decisively, and then turned into a stream of light and flew towards the void in the distance. He was going to collect the black and yellow energy that had just poured out.
Zhang Zhongheng, this is an order. Evacuate immediately.
In the void, Lao Li's voice sounded in Zhang Zhongheng's mind.
Li Yuanshan, you must remember to evacuate in time. I don't want to take care of your wife.
Zhang Zhongheng looked at the stream of light disappearing in the void, dropped a word, turned around and flew into the source of time and space. Chapter 903. A sudden turn of events. In the Pangi universe of the super-civilized Han technological empire, the leaders of the super-civilizations looked at each other and saw helplessness in each other's eyes. Bad news came one after another. Originally, only a few or a dozen chaotic creatures appeared, and there was still some room for everyone to transfer the population, etc. But now, chaotic creatures have begun to appear on a large scale, and some universes have even been invaded by a few chaotic creatures. A vast universe was completely swallowed up by chaotic creatures in the blink of an eye.
What to do?
Everyone was in despair, and all available methods had been used, but it still had no effect. The chaotic creatures were too strong and too big.
We are leaving first. If there is any good news, please remember to contact each other. There is always a glimmer of hope in everything. We don't have to be too pessimistic. As long as we can seize that glimmer of hope, we still have hope.
Kan Wu Tianzu had regained his former calmness, shook his head with a wry smile, and returned with the people from the Immortal Cultivation Alliance. Come with hope, leave with disappointment. As soon as the people from the Immortal Cultivation Alliance left, the people from the Thunder Empire and the Ziyue Divine Clan also left quickly. There was no use staying in this Pangi universe. It was better to go back. Maybe, as Kan Wu Tianzuan said, there could still be a glimmer of hope. Hey. Fine took a deep breath and felt the breath of his home universe again. Perhaps this was the last time he returned to his home universe. Despite all the reluctance, he still brought the people of the Alpha civilization with him in the end. Go back. In the Pangi universe, only people from the Han Technology Empire and the Yin Wang Empire were left. Li Fu was not in a hurry to go back. Good news from within the empire came one after another. It seemed that the empire was not far away from creating a real chaotic beast.
Your Majesty, when will your biotechnology be able to achieve a breakthrough?
Lu Wenjing looked at Li Fu. His eyes had turned blood red when he thought that his great empire would be destroyed in the hands of chaotic creatures. He had no smile on his face and had a frown on his face. The Han dynasty's technological empire has been passed down for countless years. Is it really necessary? Destroyed by his own hands?
A breakthrough is possible at any time. Once our empire's chaotic beasts are created, we still have hope of defeating the invasion of chaotic creatures.
Li Fu had nothing to hide. The path for biotechnology to advance to a super civilization was already in sight. Now the biological scientists in the empire were working day and night to create a chaotic beast. Now we can only place our hope on the chaos divine beast. Apart from this, there is really no other way. Although the empire has told the Han Technology Empire about the method of improving the universe's own immunity and defense. But now it seems that this chaotic creature is very strong, and the universe's own defense and immunity are simply not enough to stop the invasion of chaotic creatures. The chaotic beast must be studied out.
This is the Xianwang Qi we collected when the Jiangnan universe was destroyed. Take it. The only hope now lies in your empire's biotechnology.
After listening to this, Lu Wenjing pondered deeply, as if she had made up her mind, and took out a ball of dark yellow ball and handed it to Li Fu.
Xianwang Qi.
Li Fu took it. His eyes glowed, and he felt carefully that all the cells in his body seemed to be cheering for joy, as if he wanted to swallow the black and yellow energy.
Well, when the source of the universe collapsed in the Jiangnan universe, these chaotic creatures probably invaded the universe in order to swallow the black and yellow energy inside the universe. I think this thing may be helpful for you to create the Chaos Divine Beast. You can try it.
Lu Wenjing explained with a wry smile that the Jiangnan universe was destroyed, and countless people were buried in it. Now the Jiangnan universe has lost contact and has been completely annihilated in chaos. The only thing left is the black and yellow air in front of him.
The universe is indeed alive. We usually don't know the existence of this black and yellow energy at all. It turns out that the black and yellow energy will only appear after the source of the universe collapses.
After listening, Li Fu seemed thoughtful.
After this chaotic creature was injured,
the energy of chaos and the energy of black and yellow emerged. When the universe was shattered, the energy of black and yellow also appeared. Perhaps our chaotic beast has never been successful because it lacked this energy of black and yellow. Maybe that's true.
Lu Wenjing thought about it and nodded. Although the Xianhuang Qi is precious, if you absorb some of it, you can directly cultivate your body to the realm of chaos. But what if you can cultivate your body to the realm of chaos? In the end, he still couldn't defeat the chaotic creatures, and he could only watch the chaotic creatures devour his universe cleanly. Therefore, Lu Wenjing also decisively handed over the Xianhuang Qi to Li Fu. At this time, he could only choose hope, hoping that the Yinhuang Empire could make a breakthrough in biotechnology.
I will have people bring you all the Xianhuang Qi that our empire will get later. We must succeed.
At this time, another voice sounded in the minds of Li Fu and Lu Wenjing. It was Lu Qingquan's voice. In each universe of the Han Science and Technology Empire, not only the Jiangnan universe, but other universes are also in very bad conditions now. Many universes, almost all of them, have been devoured. Now that we know how to obtain Xianhuang Qi, the Han Science and Technology Empire can obtain more Xianhuang Qi. Of course, the price is also very high. Only the destruction of a universe can obtain some Xianhuang Qi. Now that he is determined to fully support the Yinhuang Empire's Chaos Divine Beast plan, it is obvious that the Han Technology Empire has reached a point of no recourse.
It will definitely succeed.
Li Fu's eyes became firm, and without any further hesitation, he led his people into a stream of light and flew into the source of time and space to return to the 9-star universe where the Empire was located.
Ancestor.
After Li Fu and others disappeared into the Pangi universe, Lu Wenjing turned into a stream of light and soon came to Lu Qingquan's side in the Milky Way.
This is the time. We have no choice.
Lu Qingquan knew what Lu Wenjing wanted to say, so he waved his hand and shook his head.
We only have more than 20 universes left that have not been attacked by chaotic creatures. Can we wait until the Yinhuang Empire succeeds?
In front of Lu Qingquan, Lu Wenjing did not look like a super-civilized emperor at all. He was just like a child, looking at Lu Qingquan with confused eyes.
It's possible. It's definitely possible. They will definitely succeed. And we descendants of Yin and Huang will definitely succeed.
Lu Qingquan's eyes were very firm. He thought of many things and looked at the distant void, covering up the fear in his heart. The invasion of chaotic creatures. Watching countless tribesmen in the universe being swallowed up by chaotic creatures. Watching the destruction of universes. Even Lu Qingquan, who has experienced countless years, is full of fear in his heart and fear. He is afraid that the empire he founded will be destroyed before his eyes. And he is afraid that the blood of the descendants of Yin and Huang will disappear in the long river of history like countless civilized races. But Lu Qingquan knew that at this time, he must be strong enough to support this huge empire like the Dinghai Shenzhen. As long as there is hope, you must hold on to hope. Everything is possible until the last moment. The connection between the 9-star universe, where the Yinhuang Empire is located, and the Pangi universe of the Great Han Technology Empire needs to be transited through 2 universes. Li Fu worked non-stop and rushed back to the 9-star universe as quickly as possible.
The situation is really bad. Even the Yangtze River universe has been invaded by chaotic creatures. Fortunately, the Yangtze River universe's own defense and immunity are relatively strong. It seems that the chaotic creatures will not be able to get in for a while. However, if we cannot create the Chaos Divine Beast as soon as possible, we will soon lose contact with the Han Technology Empire. Once the Yangtze universe is swallowed up and destroyed by chaotic creatures, the Empire will no longer be able to contact the Pangi universe of the Han Technology Empire.
Li Fu's face looked ugly. He had seen too much along the way.
The Han Technology Empire is constantly migrating, evacuating tribesmen from invaded universes to other safe universes. But there are too many universes that have been invaded now. How long can relatively safe universes really be safe? It's just a matter of time. The Han Technology Empire has now lost contact with some universes. More and more universes have been devoured by chaotic creatures. Once some universes at the hub are swallowed up, a large area of the universe will fall, losing contact.
The Han Dynasty's technological empire has the same origin and species as ours, and treats our empire like an elder brother caring for his younger brother. Now he has given me the precious Xianhuang Qi. Our Chaos Divine Beast plan must succeed.
Li Fu clenched his fists and saw with his own eyes the tragic scene in Jiangnan universe. He was also very heartbroken because they were all members of his own clan and had the same Yinhuang blood in their blood. In the 9-star universe, the figures of Li Fu, Sun Xinyuan and others emerged from the surging cosmic source of time and space, and then immediately turned into streams of light and flew towards the Imperial Academy of Biological Sciences.
Huh. Fortunately, our 9-star universe has not been invaded by chaotic creatures. We still have time. We still have time.
Li Fu turned into a stream of light, and his huge spiritual thoughts covered a large area of void. Everything was normal. At the same time, someone reported to Li Fu the situation in the Empire through his spiritual thoughts. Li Fu knew that everything in the 9-star universe was normal, that there had been no invasion by chaotic creatures for the time being, and that the Empire could still have time, which made Li Fu temporarily relieved. If the 9-star universe is also invaded by chaotic creatures, it will really be over. The scientists of the Empire will not be able to calm down and study quietly. There is still time now. Chapter 904. The most critical thing. In the 9-star universe, Li Fu's figure turned into a stream of light and shot out in the starry sky. In the blink of an eye, he disappeared into the depths of the universe and flew towards the headquarters of the Imperial Institute of Biological Sciences. Since the Empire unified the entire universe, the Empire has also relocated many important institutions to the restricted area in the center of the universe. The Imperial Academy of Sciences is also one of the many institutions that have been relocated. There is the source of the universe at the center of the universe, and there is an endless supply of matter and vitality. Compared with the 8-star region, the conditions are much better. The main campus of the Imperial Institute of Biological Sciences is located on a starry sky continent near a source of time and space. The Chaos Divine Beast project not only requires advanced biotechnology, but also requires massive amounts of material and vitality. You can know from the chaotic creatures invading each universe and the huge universe. If you want to deal with the chaotic creatures, the size of this chaotic beast must be very large. If there is not enough material to support it, it will definitely not work. In the entire universe, only the cosmic source can provide a steady stream of massive matter and vitality. If it is placed in other areas, it can only rely on reversing the three-dimensional unity to obtain enough matter. But now that the chaotic creatures are invading, the Empire scientists don't dare to be careless. If they open a hole in the universe and these chaotic creatures take the opportunity to come in, they will regret it. On the huge starry sky continent, the scientists of the Empire are still working hard day and night, racing against time. Many people have not had a good rest for a long time. Fortunately, the cultivation of Yuanli in the Empire was widespread, and each of these scientists had strong cultivation and could withstand it. Otherwise, Li Fu would have to forcefully issue an order to rest.
It still doesn't work. What's the problem? I can say with absolute certainty that there is absolutely no problem with our method. But why can't we create a chaotic beast? What we can create can only be regarded as a cosmic beast. Although it is becoming more and more powerful, it still cannot escape from the universe and become a chaotic beast. In a laboratory, Yin Jiao looked very painful. She doesn't know how many times she has conducted experiments. She has thoroughly researched the chaotic creatures, completely analyzed them, and can perfectly deduce the structure and essence of the chaotic creatures. With the Empire's biotechnology, there is absolutely no trace of the chaos creatures cultivated. Any problem. However, the reality is cruel. Time and time again. Every time it seems to be successful. At the last step, all the creatures created are cosmic beasts. Not the chaotic beasts that I want at all.
Don't be discouraged. At least the cosmic beasts we created have defeated the Alto universe. Our empire now has 2 universes.
Next to Yin Jia, Li Shuquang had red eyes and messy hair. He himself was not in good spirits, but he still smiled and comforted Yin Jia. The Alto universe is the weakest among the 10 universes connected to the 9-star universe. For the sake of its own safety, the Empire has begun to invade the surrounding universes on a large scale. The first target is the Alto universe. Relying on powerful spiritual weapons and cosmic beasts, the Imperial Army captured the Alto universe with almost no pressure. From then on, the Empire was also a super civilization with 2 universes. The Empire's ability to lay down a universe so quickly did not rely on the Empire's space-time technology, but biotechnology. The powerful cosmic beasts are still very powerful even if they enter a different universe. With the cooperation of spiritual weapons, it can be said that it is easy just take down Alto universe.
I'm not getting discouraged. I'm just thinking about what went wrong.
Yin Jia smiled and shook her head. She was a person who would never give up until she reached her goal. How could she be discouraged by this small setback? In the past, there were times in scientific research that were more painful than this. Now she could at least see the dawn of victory. Experiment after experiment made her feel that she was getting closer and closer to victory. At this time, instead of being discouraged, she became more motivated.
Is there something missing?
Li Shuquang thought for a while and said,
We have used the spiritual computer to deduce it perfectly. And experiments again and again have proved that our method has no problems. The key now may be that something is missing. The flesh and blood of the chaotic creature that we got is just some of the flesh and blood of the chaotic creature. Although we can infer some of the core things, we have no real contact after all. I guess there may be some differences here. We do not rule out the possibility that each of the smallest structures of chaotic creatures is independent of itself. The cosmic beasts we create now have never been able to break through this. It is very likely that they lack some kind of material stimulation.
After Yin Jia listened, she was silent for a while, thought carefully, and nodded in approval. The two of them are worthy of being leaders in the field of biological sciences in the Empire. In just a few words, they pointed out the key points, summarized past research, and analyzed the civilization and scientific truths contained in them. Only then can science and technology slowly progress bit by bit.
I know what you're missing.
At this time, a voice sounded in their ears, and then Li Fu's figure flashed beside them.
Your Majesty, Ancestor.
Yin Jia and Li Shuquang said excitedly.
Uh-huh. I'm back, and I brought you something. This thing is probably what you were missing.
Li Fu looked at the two and smiled happily. At this time, the laboratory where the two were located was very busy. Countless scientists were analyzing and summarizing the experiments conducted not long ago, and at the same time began to prepare for the next experiment. Li Fu's appearance also made many scientists slightly excited, and they all looked over. Li Fu took out a ball of mysterious and yellow energy. As soon as this mysterious energy appeared, it immediately attracted everyone's attention. Everyone's body seemed to be trembling slightly, and they felt like they were extremely hungry and wanted to devour it. Get rid of the Xian Wang Qi in Li Fu's hands.
What's this? Yin Jia and Li Shuquang said almost in unison.
Xian Wang Qi,
Li Fu said with a smile.
Xian Wang Qi.
The two were surprised again. The Empire scientists studied all matter in the entire universe, even the energy of chaos. All matter in the entire universe ultimately could not escape the evolution of the energy of chaos. But this was the first time the two of them had heard of and seen this black and yellow aura. This kind of trembling and hunger coming from the body's instinct made people know that this thing was definitely extraordinary.
Xian Wang Qi is only born in two places, a universe and a chaotic creature. The reason why chaotic creatures are so powerful is because of Xian Wang Qi. No matter how powerful the attack falls on a chaotic creature, one with Xian Wang Qi with this effect, all chaotic creatures can quickly recover as before. Not long ago, the Jiangnan universe of the Han Technology Empire was devoured by chaotic creatures. The universe was on the verge of collapse. After the source of the universe collapsed, black and yellow energy emerged. It was collected by two scientists of the Han Technology Empire. Later, the Han Technology Empire used the black and yellow energy to leave it to me.
Li Fu explained the origin of the Xian Wang Qi, and then handed the Xian Wang Qi to Yin Jia.
Xian Wang Qi. No wonder. I always feel like something is missing. It turns out that these chaotic creatures and the universe both have Xian Wang Qi. We have been unable to study the chaotic beasts because we lack Xian Wang Qi.
Li Shuquang looked at the black and yellow aura, his eyes flashing with light. Yin Jia received the Xian Wang Qi and immediately asked his scientists to analyze the Xian Wang Qi. At the same time, he began to reconstruct the structure of the chaotic creatures, and then inferred the structure, cultivation plan, and steps of the chaotic beasts. The efficiency of the scientists' actions was astonishing, and the Xian Wang Qi was quickly analyzed by the Empire scientists.
This Xian Wang Qi is a higher level substance than the Chaos Qi. It should be derived from the Chaos Qi. But unlike the Chaos Qi, the Chaos Qi is extremely unstable. Everything in the universe will be unstable when it encounters it. It means that the other party will be devoured and annihilated, and the chaotic energy will slowly evolve into other substances after entering the universe. But this Xian Wang Qi is different. It is very stable and will not react with any other substances. The only time it can change is when it enters the body of life. Xian Wang Qi can be used to temper the body of living things. Theoretically, only a small amount is needed to quickly break through the body to the realm of chaos. This is a substance born for life.
The scientists of the Empire are very excited. There is an unprecedented substance. A substance that is more advanced than the energy of chaos. And its effect is so huge. And more importantly, The scientists of the Empire seem to know why the beast of chaos, the reason why it has been unable to be cultivated.
The universe and chaotic creatures can survive in chaos. Is it because of the black and yellow energy in the body? Or is it that the universe and chaotic creatures have been living in chaos for a long time, devouring countless amounts of chaos energy, and finally slowly refine the essence of chaos energy and obtain some black and yellow energy?
Li Shuquang's eyes shone with light, as if he had discovered a new world. With the appearance of the black and yellow energy, some of the doubts about the universe and chaotic creatures that remained in his mind seemed to be solved soon.
It turns out that this is the case. I said that there has always been something wrong with our understanding of chaotic creatures and the universe, but we have never been able to figure out what is wrong. It turns out that we have never understood the two concepts of chaotic creatures and the universe. The most core thing of huge creatures is the black and yellow energy.
At this time, Yin Jia was also very excited, and her whole body even trembled. Chapter 905. Dome. Yin Jia studies biology, the universe, and chaotic creatures. For her, there is almost nothing about all life that can make her confused. However, facing the vast universe and the huge chaotic creatures, there is not much she can understand, especially since there are no chaotic creatures in the 9-star universe, and the flesh and blood of some chaotic creatures obtained by the Empire were obtained from Kan Wu Tianzuan. As for the universe, it is even more vast. When you are in it, your understanding of the universe will always be affected to some extent. So on the road of studying the chaotic beasts, Yin Jia thought that all her doubts had been solved, and she went to cultivate the chaotic beast with confidence. However, after repeated experiments and failures, she could never make a breakthrough. She knew that there must be something special about a life that could survive in chaos. This special place was something she had not figured out yet. Now, all the doubts are truly revealed. The core and key Xian Wang Qi allows all the mysteries to be revealed without any confusion. What's more important is that now with the Xian Wang Qi, it is possible to cultivate the chaotic beasts. No problem at all. In the past, even if people knew about the Xian Wang Qi, there was no place to get it. This Xian Wang Qi is the essence extracted from the chaos creatures devouring countless chaos energies. Some are only born in the chaos creatures and the universe, and they are extremely rare. Reconstruct the chaotic biological structure immediately. His eyes were shining, and he was so excited that he could no longer pay attention to Li Fu, and instead started to give instructions to the scientists around him. The surrounding scientists also began to get busy again. Each one seemed to have seen the dawn of victory, and they were full of energy. The fatigue on their faces disappeared, and they devoted themselves wholeheartedly to it. Li Fu touched his chin, smiled, and left quietly without disturbing them. At this time, all he could do was to support silently behind his back and trust the scientists of the Empire. Time is passing slowly. With the Xian Wang Qi, all the mysteries of chaotic creatures have been solved. The Empire's biotechnology development has once again ushered in a period of rapid progress. In addition, the Empire has destroyed 9 level 9 cosmic civilizations. The entire civilization in the universe has just begun. Therefore, it can be said that the destiny of the entire universe is concentrated on the Empire, allowing the Empire's technology, talents, etc. to develop in a large-scale spurt, near the spacetime source leading to the Jiangxia universe. In the extremely empty void, a super-large egg is standing quietly in the void. Jiangxia universe, formerly known as Alto universe, was the first universe built by the Empire. According to the Empire's usual practice, the first thing to do was to rename this universe, because the Jiangxia universe has belonged to the Empire. The spacetime source from the Jiuxing universe to the Jiangxia universe is very safe here, and the Empire's scientists will breed chaotic beasts here. In the void, this egg is so big that it is beyond imagination. Now it is as big as more than 10 star continents. Although it just stays very quietly in the void, the space and time around this huge egg are obviously under great pressure. The surrounding space and time are distorted. The huge egg L is cyan, and you can vaguely see a huge thing slowly brewing in the giant egg, and a huge life breath is stirring in the void. At the same time, this huge egg is like a black hole. All the matter and vitality that emerged from the source of time and space are swallowed up by this giant egg. The terrifying devouring power was such that in the area between the source of time and space and the dome, the majestic vitality formed a splendid galaxy of vitality. Traversing the void, all the matter that continuously emerged was swallowed up by the dome, as if nothing was left. The abyss at the bottom, as if there is never enough to eat. When will this chaotic beast mature? It has been 1,000,000 years.
And the egg has grown to be so huge. It is as big as more than 10 star continents.
In the distant void, several figures stood proudly. Yu Liang looked at the huge dome in the void, looking very anxious.
What's the rush? This is a chaotic beast. It will definitely take time to cultivate slowly.
The same Chen Bin's eyes flashed. This dome used to be very small, only as big as a planet. But as time goes by, it has been slowly growing, absorbing the matter and vitality emerging from the source of the universe. Its growth has never stopped. In millions of years, it has grown to its current level, and it seems that it will continue to grow.
Why are you anxious? The Han Technology Empire has reached a very critical moment. If this continues, once the Yangtze River universe is completely destroyed, we will lose contact with the Panga universe, the base camp of the Han Technology Empire. We want to rescue the Han in the future. It's too late for the technological empire.
Yu Liang looked very anxious. Other super civilizations suffered heavy losses one by one. In millions of years, chaotic creatures have devoured more and more universes. Under the guidance of the Empire, the Han Technology Empire is trying to find ways to improve the immunity of the universe itself. And defense. It can last for a while longer. Other super civilizations have lost contact now. And I don't know what the situation is. Maybe they have all been completely devoured by chaotic creatures. The Han Technology Empire and the Empire have the same origin and species. Both the 9-star universe and the Jiangxia universe of the Empire have transferred a large number of the population of the Han Technology Empire. The Empire is very lucky. Until now, the two universes of the Empire have not been devoured and attacked by chaotic creatures. Several times, chaotic creatures have tried to enter the 9-star universe. But the 9-star universe has just experienced a cosmic war not long ago. Civilizations in the universe are sparse, and creatures have just begun to flourish. The defense and immunity of the universe are strong enough. And chaotic creatures invading the 9-star universe requires a lot of effort. So it slowly devoured other surrounding universes first, allowing the 9-star universe to avoid disaster and buying time for the Empire to cultivate the chaotic beasts. So now Yu Liang is really anxious. Not only Yu Liang is anxious, but Li Fu is also very anxious. But there is no way to be anxious. The cultivation of chaotic beasts takes time. And according to Yin Jia, the longer this chaotic beast is gestated, the stronger its future combat effectiveness will be. So there is really no rush.
Yes, if this chaotic beast doesn't come out, we will lose contact with Panga Universe Base Camp.
Lu Qixian from the Han Technology Empire is also full of worries. The situation here in the Han Technology Empire is really bad now. In a million years, most of the universes have been swallowed up. And now some of the remaining universes are holding on. The reason why it was not swallowed up is most likely because other universes are easier to swallow. When these universes are swallowed up, the remaining universes of the Han Technology Empire will definitely not escape disaster. As the Emperor of the Han Technology Empire, Lu Qixian now has trouble sleeping and eating. He is worried all the time, and his face is full of melancholy. Moreover, Lu Qingchuan, the founding emperor of the Han Dynasty Technology Empire, is still in the Panga universe and vows to coexist and die with the Panga universe. Lu Qixian could understand his father's determination, but as a son, he was naturally anxious. Like an ant on a hot pot, he had to take a look at the giant egg in the void almost every day to see what the chaotic beasts were inside. Only when time can it be cultivated.
Don't worry. I guess it won't take long for this chaotic beast to be successfully cultivated.
When Li Fu heard Lu Qixian's words, he smiled and comforted him. In fact, Li Fu was also very anxious in his heart, hoping that this chaotic beast could be successfully cultivated as soon as possible.
I hope it comes out soon. But I'm also worried that it won't be able to compete with the chaotic creatures. After all, its current size is only as big as a dozen star continents. And it is still very small compared to the chaotic creatures. But if you wait for it to grow to the same size as a chaotic creature, I don't know how long it will take.
Lu Qixian shook his head, not hiding the sadness in his heart at all.
It won't take long. I guess it's almost mature.
At this time, a stream of light came to everyone in the void. And it was Li Shuquang's figure. He and Yin Jia were the commanders-in-chief of the Chaos Divine Beast Project. And they also knew the Chaos Divine Beast quite well.
But it's still very small. Will it be an opponent of chaotic creatures?
Lu Qixian said with some worry.
Although this chaotic creature is huge, compared to the chaotic creature and the huge universe, who do you think is bigger?
Li Shu smiled wildly and shook his head and asked.
Of course, the universe is bigger and more vast. Although this chaotic creature is huge, it is still nothing compared to the universe.
Lu Qixuan thought for a while and replied.
That's it. This chaotic creature is much smaller than the universe, but it can still swallow the universe. Then why can't the chaotic beast we research swallow a chaotic creature that is much larger than itself?
Li Shu smiled wildly. He was confident now and seemed more relaxed.
It seems to make sense.
When everyone heard this, they were all speechless. What Li Shuquang said seems to be right. Chaos creatures can eat small things to make them big and devour the universe. The cosmic beasts created by this empire seem to be able to eat small things to make them big and swallow up the chaos. There is nothing wrong with being devoured by living things. In nature, it seems to be true that the big ones eat the small ones. But it is not uncommon for the big ones to eat the small ones. The whales in the sea are huge and are the largest creatures in the sea. However, there are many parasitic whales on the whales. Once the number of these whale lice reaches a certain level, they can devour whales that are many times larger than themselves. Chapter 906. Dragon. Near the source of time and space in the Jiuxing universe leading to the Jianxia universe. The giant egg in the void is like a bottomless black hole, constantly swallowing the matter and vitality emerging from the source of time and space. The majestic life energy is flowing day by day. It grows stronger, as if a peerless ferocious beast is about to be born. Just feeling this powerful breath of life in the void will make people feel frightened. This is the pressure from the level of life. The level of life in the dome on the surface is enough to reach the level of chaotic creatures in the universe.
The energy and material absorbed by the dome has begun to slow down. It seems to be mature and will come out soon.
In a void, Yin Jia and Li Shu stood proudly in the void. Their huge spiritual thoughts sensed every move in the void. The growth of the dome always requires devouring vitality and matter. This can be known from the devouring situation of the dome. How much it has grown. In addition, combined with the strength of the life breath emanating from the dome, we can also infer the day when this chaotic beast broke out of its SHL, coupled with other methods of monitoring life by imperial scientists. Yin Jia knew that the chaos beast was born in these few days.
If we don't come out, we won't be able to save the Han Technology Empire in time. The Yangtze River universe has been severely damaged. Once the Yangtze River universe is swallowed up, we will lose contact with the Han Technology Empire's base camp.
Li Shuquang had a smile on his face at this time. As soon as the chaotic beast appeared, the Empire would have a sharp weapon against the opponent's chaotic creature. Then, there would be no need to be afraid of the chaotic creature.
Is the control method you developed here actually useful?
Yin Jia nodded, thought for a while and asked. The physical part of the chaotic beast was mainly completed by the team led by Yin Jia. As for controlling the soul and consciousness of the chaotic beast, it was completed by the team led by Li Shuquang.
Although this chaos divine beast is not as big as the chaos creature, it is definitely not weak in strength. If we cannot effectively control it, all our efforts will be wasted. We do not have time to cultivate a second chaos divine beast. Although the Han Technology Empire has sent a lot of Xin Wang Qi has come, but we don't have any extra time. Don't worry. Any physical control method is the lowest form of control. The truly powerful control method is the control of the soul. I guarantee that this chaotic beast will be more obedient than a puppy.
Li Shuquang said very confidently that the Empire's spiritual technology has become quite terrifying now. Li Shuquang, who studies spiritual thoughts and souls, knows that controlling the soul of any living creature is the safest and most reliable way of, even humans, as the spirits of all things, can be brainwashed, thereby completely changing a person's words and deeds. And it can also make people abandon everything they own. This brainwashing is one of the simplest and most superficial means of soul control. It can't even be said to be soul control. It can only be regarded as influence. Using some means to influence the other party to achieve one's own goals.
That's good. Let's inform you and make preparations in all aspects. It's better to be cautious in everything.
After listening, Yin Jia nodded. He was also a biological scientist. Although his attainments in spiritual thoughts were not as good as Li Shuquang's, he was still at a certain level. He was very aware of the terrifying means of controlling spiritual thoughts. As the dome is about to mature, the entire void begins to become busy and tense. The imperial government evacuates all irrelevant personnel, and the imperial military deploys terrifying military forces. Once this happens, the beasts of chaos are out of control. And as a last resort, the imperial military will make the most helpless choice. The entire empire was attracted by this dome, and almost all the empire's top officials and elders came here. wanting to see what the chaotic beast that the Empire had worked so hard to research looked like.
It's finally coming out.
In a void, Lu Qixian looked at the huge dome in the void and let out a long sigh. At this moment, even he could sense that the life in this dome had matured. I can't stay in the egg any longer. At this time, the dome has completely stopped devouring vitality and matter. It used to just stay quietly in the void, but now it is very naughty. From time to time, the dome will vibrate, causing a large area of the void around it to violently vibrate. When it stirred up, its size was so huge that even space and time seemed to be unable to bear it. Through the blue egg shell, you can vaguely see a life moving inside the giant egg. From time to time, some parts of the egg shell will bulge. Obviously, the life inside the egg shell wants to break out. Lu Qixian waited impatiently every day for 1,000,000 years. His energy and spirit became very bad, especially the bad news from the Han Technology Empire, which came one after another. Every moment. No one knows how many tribesmen were buried in the mouths of chaotic creatures. Now that he saw that the Chaos Divine Beast was finally coming out, he seemed much more relaxed. Although he still expressed some doubts about whether the Chaos Divine Beast could defeat the Chaos Divine Beast. This was after all the hope he had been waiting for millions of years.
It's coming out.
Next to Lu Qixian, the senior officials and elders of the Yin Wang Empire gathered. The Yin Wang Empire did not regard Lu Qixian and others from the Han Technology Empire as outsiders. As someone issued a reminder, everyone released their spiritual thoughts to cover the dome. I saw that this blue dome was bulging very sharply somewhere, and I could vaguely see the Chaos Divine Beast squeezing through the egg shell with all its strength. The entire dome was violently turbulent, causing the surrounding void to change. Extremely confused. Gotcha. A crisp sound accompanied by the fluctuations of space instantly spread throughout the surrounding void. This sound was very similar to the sound of broken glass, and the same as the sound of an egg shell being broken. It was just crisper and louder, and it could actually be heard in the void of the universe. Spread rapidly. The blue dome was covered with cracks like spider webs, and crisp sounds kept coming from the dome, as if it was about to be shattered. Touch. There was another loud noise, and the egg shell of the blue dome broke somewhere, revealing a gap. A white tooth-like thing protruded from the gap, and then the gap suddenly opened and continued to grow. Soon a huge head protruded from the gap in the blue dome, and a pair of eyes looked around like a curious child, as if looking at this strange world.
Is this a dragon head?
When everyone saw this huge head, some people exclaimed. The head removed from the dome is exactly the same as the dragon in Chinese myths and legends. It has antlers, a camel-like head, rabbit-like eyes, ears that look like cow ears, and long dragon whiskers, densely covered with fish scales. This is definitely the dragon in Chinese myths and legends. Gotcha. There was another huge sound, and as the dragon's head came out, the entire huge blue dome began to fall apart, and pieces continued to fall off. The chaotic beast soon revealed its entire body, with a head like a camel, horns like a deer, eyes like a rabbit, ears like a cow, a neck like a snake, a belly like a mirage, scales like a carp, claws like an eagle, and palms like a tiger. The divine bodies that were entangled together suddenly stretched out as the dome shattered, and a divine dragon from Chinese mythology appeared in the void of the universe. Ouch! A dragon roar resounded through the void of the entire universe, making everyone who heard the dragon roar couldn't help but change their expressions. The surrounding void was violently turbulent with the dragon roar, like a huge stone being thrown into a lake. In the middle, the fluctuations of time and space spread toward the end of the void in the distance. Soon, after Shilong announced his birth, he was like a curious baby, carefully looking at everything in the void with his big eyes, full of curiosity about the world. Its huge body swayed gently in the void. Several dragon claws waved randomly in the void, and a pair of big eyes seemed to be looking for something in the void. Mom! Soon! It seemed to have discovered something. It actually made such a sound and flew straight to Li Shuquang's location, looking very excited.
Haha, be good!
Li Shuquang transformed into a stream of light and flew toward Shenlong, and soon came to Shenlong's side. Compared with Shenlong's huge body, Li Shuquang was simply insignificant. But at this time, Shenlong was very affectionate towards Li Shuquang, circling around Li Shuquang, and at the same time wanted to rub Li Shuquang with his huge head. But its size was too huge. Li Shuquang could only helplessly fly to its huge leader. Li Shuquang gently stroked the divine dragon with his hand. Although Li Shuquang was like a speck of dust on the huge body of the divine dragon, This divine dragon had a huge spiritual mind when it was born, and it could clearly sense Li Shuquang. The caress of the child suddenly became like a child pampered by its mother, becoming extremely well-behaved and staying very quietly in the void.
It seems that Li Shuquang's spiritual control method is really very effective, and he actually regards Li Shuquang as his mother.
Yin Jia silently lowered her chin and felt a little sore in her heart. After all, she had researched this chaotic beast and dragon day and night. But now, she has become Li Shuquang's child. No matter how she looks at it, she seems to be just trying to fetch water from a bamboo basket. All in vain. All the hard work of making wedding clothes for others.
Ha ha. Are you envious or jealous?
Li Shuquang seemed to see Yin Jia's mood at this time, and used his spiritual thoughts to show off to Yin Jia very proudly. In the surrounding void, the Empire's senior officials, elders, etc. saw everything in front of them, and their anxious hearts relaxed. This dragon seemed to be very obedient, and there was no need to worry about losing control. Chapter 907. Traveling in Chaos. In a remote void in the 9-star universe, a huge divine dragon was swimming rapidly in the void, flashing in the void like a stream of light. Along with the dragon's flight, a large area of the surrounding void began to violently turbulence, just like a calm sea set off by strong winds and waves. And the terrifying fluctuations in time and space were transmitted to the depths of the void of the universe.
Shaoqing, be good.
On the huge body of Shenlong, there is a very huge city under a scale. The city is brightly lit. Scientists and researchers from the Empire are busy at this time, constantly calculating various data of Shenlong. At the same time, simulate the probability of victory or defeat in the battle between a divine dragon and a chaotic creature in the computer, in order to test Shenlong's abilities and obtain Shenlong's data. The Empire scientists also brought Shenlong to this remote area. Shenlong was so big that every move caused huge turbulence in the void of the universe. We dare not let it in flying freely in the center of the universe. Shaoqing was named Shaoqing by Li Shuquang, because the dragon was green in color, and the dragon was not very intelligent. After Li Shuquang named it, he was so happy that he ran rapidly in the void with excitement. Its dragon claws were waving in the void, as if it were stepping on the clouds and the moon. Its huge body was not clumsy at all, and it was very fast, flying over hundreds of star continents in an instant. Ouch! Dragon roars resounded through the void of the universe. Along with the dragon roars, the surrounding void stirred up like water waves, setting off circles of ripples, and the starlight in the starry sky seemed to be rippling.
Shaoqing's data are more perfect than we expected. Theoretically speaking, there is no problem in defeating chaotic creatures. Now, we have to conduct the final test to see if it can survive in chaos. Survive.
In the huge city surrounding Shaoqing, the team of Imperial scientists led by Li Shuquang and Yin Jia are still researching Shaoqing. All the information has been collected in the computer and has been executed countless times. Computer deductions showed that Shaoqing could defeat the chaotic creature every time.
Sooner or later, it will happen. It seems that Jiangsha Universe, the Dahan Science and Technology Empire, will be unable to support it. We must let Shaoqing go and support it.
Li Shuquang nodded. Lu Qixian of the Han Technology Empire had urged him many times, and the situation was already very urgent.
Is it really safe for us to stay on Shaoqing's body?
After thinking about it, Li Shuquang was worried about his own safety. Shaoqing now listened to Li Shuquang's words. But if he entered the chaos without anyone to accompany him, Shaoqing might run away and get lost in the chaos. In the midst of chaos, the Empire was really on the verge of tears. But when you follow them into the chaos, this energy of chaos is not an ordinary thing. People with advanced cultivation will be completely annihilated by the energy of chaos. Only masters, like Kan Wu Tianzuan, can survive in the energy of chaos. Stay briefly for a while. Different levels of life meant that Li Shuquang was still in great danger if he wanted to enter chaos.
Don't worry. We've wrapped this place with Shaoqing scales, and you and I have tempered our bodies with black and yellow energy to reach the realm of chaos. We can more or less resist it for a while. If it doesn't work, we can only enter by then. It was in Shaoqing's mouth.
Yin Jia didn't take it seriously. Shaoqing was so big that he didn't have to worry about being eroded by the chaos energy, even if he hid in a corner of Shaoqing's body. What's more, the entire huge city was hidden under Shaoqing's scales. It was also sealed with Shaoqing's scales, so that the energy of chaos could not enter at all.
Okay, I will let Shaoqing enter the chaos now. Our Xianwang Qi is almost used up. Shaoqing has been hungry recently, and it is time to deal with those chaotic creatures.
Li Shuquang thought for a while, and nodded solemnly. With Xiuqing's protection, the chaotic areas that he had never dared to set foot in before were now open to the Empire. It was time to enter the chaos.
Xiaoqing, enter the chaos. Let's go find something to eat.
Li Shuquang used his spiritual mind to communicate with Xiaoqing and gave Xiaoqing orders. Ouch! Xiaoqing, who was originally flying in the void, seemed to be very happy. Dragon roars resounded through the void of the universe. It had wanted to enter the chaos for a long time. But Li Shuquang had always told it that it could not leave without orders, because it can sense that there is a wider world outside the universe waiting for it to fly. But it was born in this universe, and this is its warm harbor. In addition, it thinks that Li Shuquang is its mother, so he has always stayed in the universe very well. Wow! Accompanied by a loud noise in space and time. Like a torn piece of cloth, Shenlong Xiuqing's dragon claw gently scratched in the void. In an instant, a gap appeared in the universe, and the billowing chaotic energy in the gap continued to surge. Entering, a vast world full of eternal atmosphere appears in front of you. Ouch! Another dragon roar resounded through the void of the universe, and the dragon Xiaoqing dived into the gap in the universe and entered the chaotic world.
I don't know what it is like in the chaotic world.
When Xiaoqing left the universe and entered the world of chaos, Li Fu, who was far away in the galaxy, was always paying attention to the development of things. His heart was full of infinite yearning for the world of chaos. He also wanted to follow Xiaoqing and enter the world of chaos. I want to experience the wonderful things in this chaos. In the chaotic world outside the 9-star universe, there is a gray world here. It seems that there is no time and no space. In the boundless world, it seems that there is only this gray chaotic air. Huh.
We seem to be safe. This chaotic energy can't get in.
In the huge city on Shenlong Xiuqing's body, Li Shuquang, Yin Jia and others heaved a sigh of relief at this time. The energy of chaos could not enter. Everyone's safety was guaranteed. And naturally they could explore the unknown of chaos. World.
Start the cosmic scanner and see if it is useful in this chaotic world.
Yin Jia was very calm and began to issue orders. Then looked at the virtual image, preparing to see what this chaotic world was like. There is chaos outside, and you can't see anything at all with your eyes. You can still sense some things by relying on your spiritual thoughts. Your eyes have no role at all in this chaotic world, and your spiritual thoughts are the real eyes. Soon, a picture began to appear in the virtual imaging system. Next to a huge sphere, a small divine dragon soared in the boundless world of chaos. The surrounding world was filled with the energy of chaos, filling every corner of the world.
This huge sphere should be our 9-star universe. This is Xiaoqing. These are the energy of chaos.
Li Shuquang looked at the virtual image from both sides. A brand new world. An unknown world.
The suppression of spiritual thoughts is too great, and the range that can be detected is very small. No, it's because this chaotic world has no concept of space and scope at all. It's a very contradictory feeling.
Yin Jia frowned and studied this chaotic world carefully. Soon, the picture slowly changed. Xiaoqing was further away from the 9-star universe. The surrounding chaotic energy seemed to have become thinner. At the same time, a new huge sphere appeared in the picture. This newly appeared sphere is obviously another universe. In the vast chaotic world, the distance between universes is very close. Close to everything. And there are connections between them.
This connection should be the cosmic source in the universe. This cosmic source is still swallowing the surrounding chaotic energy. It is a very strange structure. It looks like it is shared by 2 universes.
Li Shuquang looked at the picture. His eyes were just shining. Now he could intuitively see the whole universe, as if he had become as huge as the universe. But once he entered the universe, even Shenlong Xiaoqing could not see the universe. A very small existence in it. But entering the world of chaos, everything seems completely different and very contradictory. But it happens to be real in front of you. There are concepts of time and space in the universe. And naturally there is size. But when entering chaos, everything seems to have changed again.
The distribution of chaotic energy is not evenly distributed. It is dense in some places and thin in other places. Where there is a universe, the chaotic energy is very strong, and the universe seems to attract the surrounding chaotic energy to gather here.
Yin Jia's eyes were also shining, and she looked at the picture carefully, and soon made a new discovery. She knew little about the chaotic world and the energy of chaos before, but now that she has entered the chaotic world, she has a lot of knowledge about the universe and the chaotic world, the energy of chaos, etc. Soon many new discoveries were made.
Is this the Xianwang Qi? Is the birth of the universe related to the Xianwang Qi?
Suddenly, Li Shuquang seemed to have discovered something and exclaimed. I saw that there was an area in the picture where the chaotic energy was particularly strong. In the thickest depth, there was a group of black and yellow energy gathering the surrounding chaotic energy. It seemed vaguely like a life with a spherical structure was being born.
It seems that our previous ideas were wrong. When the chaotic energy is strong enough to a certain extent,
black and yellow energy will be born. With the black and yellow energy, the surrounding chaotic energy will continue to gather. And then, there will be a new universe. Born in the air of chaos. We used to think that the universe came first, and then the Xian Wang Qi. It turns out that the order was reversed. Then the origin of these chaotic creatures can be explained. The Xian Wang Qi not only gave birth to the universe, but also gave birth to chaotic creatures.
Ah! Li Shuquang looked at the cloud of black and yellow air on the virtual image. This black and yellow air was like a heart, constantly absorbing the surrounding chaotic air. It seemed that a new universe was about to be born in the chaotic world. Average. Chapter 908.
So delicious.
In the chaotic world, the dragon Shaoqing is soaring freely, and is somewhat restrained in the universe. However, in this chaotic time, it is like a dragon returning to the sea or a tiger entering the forest. And it makes a cry of joy from time to time. Voice.
Chaos energy gives birth to black and yellow energy. And black and yellow energy gives birth to the universe and chaotic creatures. It turns out that this chaotic world is the root and source of everything.
In the huge city in Xuqing's body, Li Shuquang seemed to have figured out something, and looked like he suddenly realized it. In the past, I was limited to the universe, and could not truly observe the universe. My understanding of the universe would inevitably have its own limitations. Now that I am in chaos, my whole person seems to be as huge as the universe. I can view the universe as a whole, and can also see the surrounding environment of the universe. Naturally, we have different understandings of the universe. This is like being in the mountains, and trying to figure out the direction and shape of the mountains. It is very difficult. But if you take a plane and look over the mountains, you will naturally can see clearly. In the rich chaotic energy, the black and yellow energy is like a heart beating, and the prototype of a universe is vaguely visible. In the future, a new universe will be born here. The rich chaotic energy surrounding the black and yellow energy will become the nutrient for the growth of this new universe, providing enough material for the evolution of everything within the universe. Shaoqing continued to soar in the chaotic world, and more universes appeared in everyone's field of vision. Surrounding the 9-star universe, all 10 universes connected to the 9-star universe were detected.
This should be the universe of magical civilization. Among the universes connected to us, only magical civilization has been invaded by chaotic creatures.
In the virtual image, a huge sphere was somewhat broken at this time, with a gap. At the gap, a steady stream of chaotic energy poured in. Yin Jia immediately recognized the universe where this magical civilization was located. Because of the emergence of chaotic creatures, the Empire also paid great attention to the universe around the 9-star universe in order to know whether chaotic creatures were invading.
Should we go over and help? This magical civilization's universe will definitely belong to our empire in the future, and it can be regarded as protecting our own property.
Li Shuquang looked at the somewhat broken universe. The situation was not too bad. It should be that the chaotic creatures had just invaded not long ago, and the entire universe of magical civilization was still relatively intact.
I think we can give it a try to see Xuqing's fighting ability.
Yin Jia thought for a while, and nodded solemnly. Shaoqing is the only chaotic beast in the hands of the Empire now. It is very precious and must not be lost. But no matter how precious it is still used to fight chaotic creatures. Sooner or later, it will go to the battlefield. Since it encounters chaotic creatures, it is natural to have a fight with chaotic creatures to see if Shaoqing can deal with chaotic creatures.
Shaoqing, go to the magical civilization universe. There are delicious big bugs there.
Li Shuquang used his spiritual thoughts to give orders to Shaoqing. Suddenly, Shaoqing, who was already extremely excited, seemed to have taken a stimulant. His huge body swayed in the chaotic world, and his speed suddenly increased, and he rushed towards the magical civilization universe.
In the universe of magical civilization, in the vast void of the universe, a huge chaotic creature is opening its huge mouth to swallow the vitality and life energy in the void. Of course, in the magical universe, vitality is called magic power. There are also magicians with majestic auras in the void, wearing noble magician robes, all with ugly faces, desperately releasing their powerful magic power, chanting ancient and melodious magic. Many powerful magicians stand in the void, forming a complex and super large magic array. A steady stream of magic power shoots out from each magician and gathers in the void to form a terrifying super large magic array. Magic. Absolute zero. At the core of a magic circle, a tall magician finished reciting the last magic spell. His eyes glowed, and he directed the super magic he controlled at the huge chaotic creature in the void. Invisibly, a strange force enveloped a certain part of the huge chaotic creature. Its size was so huge that even with the power of many high-level magicians, it cast the most powerful magic of the ice system. Absolute zero. The scope is also as large as several star continents. But compared with the tens of thousands of chaotic creatures that are as huge as a star continent, it is simply insignificant. Just a very, very small area. In this area, the temperature in the void dropped rapidly, and everything in the entire area seemed to be frozen in the blink of an eye. Even the chaotic time and space was frozen by this powerful super magic. And it suddenly became calm. Not a single ripple. On the huge body of the chaotic creature, in an area as large as several star continents, terrifying icebergs suddenly rose up. Like the surrounding void, these icebergs were connected to each other and seemed to be frozen into a hole. However, before the magicians could be happy, the huge body of the chaotic creature moved slightly, and the frozen area made the sound of ice cubes breaking, and the surrounding void also sounded like cracking ice. Clicking and clicking soon. The entire magic-shrouded area, time and space became turbulent again. Too big! Seeing everything in the void, the leading magician couldn't help but spit out a mouthful of blood. The size of the chaotic creature was really too big, and no matter how powerful the magic was, it couldn't cover it entirely, but only a small area of it. Various powerful magics continued to fall on the chaotic creatures. But the chaotic creatures didn't even pay attention. They still opened their huge mouths to swallow the vitality and life force in the void. Among the magicians who besieged the chaotic creatures, many of them had insufficient cultivation. They became old almost in the blink of an eye. Each of them seemed to be about to die. The closer they were to the chaotic creatures, the faster their vitality passed. Only those with insufficient cultivation, a magician who reaches the realm of chaos, can be fine. What have we done? Why are we being treated like this? Carl, the most powerful magician in the magical civilization, looked at everything in the void and couldn't help but look up to the sky and sigh. It seems that the invasion of chaotic creatures has long been spread throughout the universe. The magical civilization did not expect that it would be invaded by chaotic creatures so quickly. In the past, he had only vaguely heard that chaotic creatures were very powerful, and did not have a very intuitive feeling. But now, when the chaotic creatures invaded the magical and civilized universe, he truly felt how powerful and terrifying the chaotic creatures were. This is definitely a creature on the same level as the universe. A creature that makes people despair. No matter how powerful the magic of a magical civilization falls on a chaotic creature, it will only scratch it. At most, it can only damage its fur. The chaotic creature can be repaired in the blink of an eye without any impact. Even on the magical civilization, the army completely turned a blind eye and continued to devour the magic and life force in the universe. All magicians from the Chaos Realm, listen to the order. It's time for us to dedicate ourselves for our great magical civilization, for our descendants, and for our homeland. Carl's huge spiritual thoughts enveloped the void, and streams of light quickly came to Carl's side, revealing figures one after another. Each one had a majestic aura, and their cultivation had reached the Chaos Realm. There were hundreds of them, each one of them. The legend in the magical civilization is the son of God in the mouths of countless wandering poets. But at this time, everyone's eyes were full of reluctance and infinite attachment to this world, as if they were recalling their legendary lives and saying goodbye to their relatives. More than 100 magicians from the Chaos Realm stood in the void and began to release their majestic magic power. The magic power slowly gathered in the void, and soon formed a complicated magic circle. They had to use their own life comes to release the most powerful magical attack. The Soul Spear. Burn your soul power, life power, and all your magic power to cast the Soul Spear. Ancient magic spells resounded in the surrounding void, and other magicians had stopped their movements, looking silently at Carl and others in the void. In the empty void, the life power, soul power, and magic power of more than 100 magicians from the Chaos Realm slowly gathered into the void. Various colorful forces gathered together and gradually formed a spear. This spear was gray and had no color at all. The spear gradually turned from virtual to solid, and slowly turned into substance. You can even clearly see the carved patterns on it. which are portraits of more than 100 Chaos Realm monks. Spear of Soul. As the Soul Spear gradually took shape in the void, more than 100 magicians from the Chaos Realm died one after another. Everyone seemed to be very old, and they seemed to be no different from those who died of old age. The same was true for Karl. At this time, he lost his handsome appearance and turned into an old man. The last light shot out from his cloudy eyes, and he roared, watching the simple spear flash away and disappear into the void. Among them, he attacked the chaotic creatures. All the magicians looked at everything in the void silently. When Karl also fell, someone came over and silently gathered the bodies of more than 100 chaos magicians. But more people released their spiritual thoughts and sensed the soul spears attacking the chaotic creatures in the void. The chaotic creature seemed to sense the huge power and powerful life force. It turned its direction this time, opened its huge mouth, and gathered all the life force, soul force, and magic power of more than 100 Chaos Realm monks. The soul spear was swallowed up all at once. Yeah. Then it seemed to burp with great enjoyment, which immediately made all the magicians widen their eyes, unable to believe what they were seeing. Chapter 909. The Mighty Dragon. In the Magic Civilization universe, the people of the Magic Civilization are completely desperate. The Soul Spear, which was used by all the power of more than 100 Chaos Realm mages, the most powerful magic civilization in the entire Magic Civilization, only made the opponent burp. And it seemed that after devouring this Soul Spear, this chaotic creature began to grow a little more. God, come and save us! The magicians of the magical civilization finally lowered their arrogant heads and prayed devoutly to the gods in their hearts. The biggest magicians were dead, and the remaining magicians could only watch this chaotic creature destroy the entire universe. Everything inside was swallowed up cleanly. The huge chaotic creature ignored the magicians in the void. After burping, it continued to open its big mouth, terrifyingly swallowing the void. And a steady stream of energy magic rolled in from all directions. Come! Form a brilliant and dazzling river. Crossing the void, the life force from countless lives is also constantly gathering in the void, and countless life shadows are struggling in it. But they still cannot escape the arrangement of fate. It's like a bottomless pit where you can never have enough to eat. The entire magical civilization universe continues to collapse under the devouring of the chaotic creature. If no one stops this chaotic creature from devouring the universe, eventually this magical civilization universe will be like the Jiangnan universe of the Han Science and Technology Empire. Eventually the source of the universe collapses, and the entire universe is destroyed, swallowed by chaos. However, at this moment, a huge dragon head emerged from the billowing energy of chaos. It was Xiaoqing who had arrived in the magical civilization universe, because there was already a gap in the magic civilization universe itself. Xiaoqing came in through the gap and easily entered the magic civilization universe without any effort at all. Xiaoqing looked at this novel world curiously with his big eyes, and then he seemed to find something, and suddenly focused his attention on the chaotic creature in the void that was crazily devouring vitality and life force. Ouch! A high-pitched dragon roar resounded throughout the universe. The surrounding chaotic energy continued to roll, and the time and space in the universe stirred up terrible ripples. Xiaoqing became excited, and all of a sudden they entered the universe of magical civilization, turning into a stream of light and flying towards the chaotic creatures. Ouch! The huge chaotic creature also discovered Xiaoqing, for this little guy who came in from outside the chaos to grab food. The chaotic creature also let out its own roar and gave him a warning. I took this first. The meaning of the words is very simple. This chaotic creature has spent a lot of effort to enter this magical and civilized universe and is ready to enjoy it. Now someone comes to grab food. This is not okay. The key is that the person who comes to grab food is still a little guy. The second chaos creature? It seems very small. People from the magical civilization also discovered the existence of Xiaoqing, and they immediately became more desperate. One chaotic creature was already helpless, and now a second chaotic creature has arrived. The universe will soon be swallowed up completely. Ha ha. This is the first time to reach another universe through the world of chaos. TSK. TSK. It seems that the people of the magical civilization are miserable. On Xiaoqing's huge body, after Li Shuquang entered the magical civilization universe, he released his powerful spiritual thoughts and instantly knew everything that happened in the void. He saw that the magical civilizations were all grieved and fell into boundless despair. The divine dragon Xiaoqing ignored the magical civilization in the void. It was like a stream of light rushing onto the huge body of the chaotic creature. Although Xiaoqing was as big as more than 10 star continents, compared with the huge chaotic creature,
It was like a flea is nothing compared to a huge cow. Ouch. The chaotic creature made another loud noise and warned Xiaoqing again. Because vaguely, it always felt that Xiaoqing was in great danger to itself, making her feel very dangerous. Although Xiaoqing was still a tiny bit to it and could be swallowed directly in one bite. Xiaoqing completely ignored its terrifying devouring power and fell directly onto its huge body. Ouch. Not to be outdone, Xiaoqing let out a dragon roar. Are you kidding me? How could I give up with the meat in my mouth? Its dragon claws scratched the body of the chaotic creature, instantly tearing open a huge hole, revealing the crystal clear flesh and blood of the chaotic creature. Along with the appearance of flesh and blood, a large amount of chaotic energy emerged. Then Xiaoqing, like an eel, burrowed in along the wound of the chaotic creature. While drilling in, he continued to tear larger gaps along the wound with his dragon claws, tearing deeper into the body of the chaotic creature. Split through. Soon, a huge wound appeared on the body of the chaotic creature. The wound could accommodate hundreds of huge star continents, and a steady stream of chaotic energy continued to emerge from it. At the same time, in the depths of the crystal clear flesh and blood, waves of black and yellow energy continued to emerge, trying to repair the wounds of the chaotic creature. Ouch. Seeing the black and yellow energy, Xiaoqing seemed to become even more excited, and let out a dragon roar that resounded through the void of the universe. At the same time, Xiaoqing opened his huge dragon mouth to the black and yellow energy, like a long dragon sucking water, and the dragon's roar came out. All the black and yellow energy was swallowed up by Xiaoqing. Ouch. The chaotic creature seemed to find that its black and yellow energy had been swallowed up, and its wounds were getting bigger and bigger. It was very angry and issued another warning. This little guy has really gone too far. He just came to grab food, but now he has penetrated into his own body and swallowed his own black and yellow energy. It is simply something that his aunt can bear, but his uncle cannot. The chaotic creature shakes its huge body, and the entire universe seems to be violently turbulent. In a very large area, time and space are chaotic. The void is broken, and everything is turned into powder under the shaking of this terrible power. The remaining magicians of the magic civilization cast powerful defensive magic one by one, while the weak ones quickly turned into streams of light and evacuated the place. It seems to be saved. Two chaotic creatures are actually fighting each other, which is definitely a good thing for magic civilization. All the magicians are praying silently in their hearts. It is best for these two chaotic creatures to kill both of them. If you die, he will die. The chaotic creature wanted to shake Xiaoqing out. It seemed that other than swallowing the opponent, it seemed to have no other means to do anything to this little bug. Chaos creatures have only one ability. The ability to devour. This devouring ability has reached its extreme. Everything that enters its mouth will definitely become nutrients for the chaotic creatures, and eventually turn into black and yellow energy to strengthen the chaotic creatures. Chaos creatures are typical of those who eat all over the world with one move, relying on their huge size, terrible physical defense, and devouring power. They ignore everything and can swallow up entire universes. But now facing Xiaoqing, it was completely helpless. Xiaoqing was not afraid of its devouring power, and was small in size. He easily fell on top of its huge body and penetrated into its flesh and blood. Feeling the shaking of the chaotic creature, Xiaoqing remained unmoved. Its two dragon claws firmly grasped a part of the flesh, and no matter how the chaotic creature shook, it just bit it. At the same time, other dragon claws continued to tear the flesh and blood of chaotic creatures, causing chaos creatures to be injured, so that a steady stream of chaotic energy emerges, and it will also be accompanied by black and yellow energy. Xiaoqing ignored the chaos chi at all, while the Xian Huang chi swallowed it up without hesitation. This was a good thing. Whether it was chaotic creatures, Xiaoqing, or the huge universe, they all needed Xian Huang chi. Well done, Xiaoqing! Keep going! On Xiaoqing's body, Li Shuquan could naturally see everything clearly through the cosmic scanner. Just as scientists estimated, Xiaoqing is definitely the nemesis of chaotic creatures. Although it is much smaller than chaotic creatures, it is very perfect in restraining chaotic creatures. It penetrates into the flesh and blood of chaotic creatures, constantly tearing open the wounds, and swallowing up the core black and yellow energy of chaotic creatures. Ouch! Encouraged by Li Shuquan, Xiaoqing became even more arrogant. The dragon claws kept waving in the chaotic creature's body, tearing larger wounds and allowing more black and yellow energy to emerge. Ouch! The chaotic creature felt the passage of the black and yellow energy in its body,
and let out an extremely angry cry. Shaking even more violently, it opened its huge mouth and aimed at the wound, trying to devour Xiaoqing with its powerful devouring power. However, Xiaoqing was not afraid at all, biting and pulling on the chaotic creature's empty flesh, constantly tearing open bigger wounds, and devouring the endless stream of black and yellow energy. Soon, Xiaoqing drilled deeper and deeper, and the wounds on the chaotic creatures became larger and larger. With Xiaoqing devouring the black and yellow energy, the wounds of the chaotic creatures could not heal, and a steady stream of black and yellow energy continued to emerge from them. Xiaoqing swallowed it all. After swallowing more and more fantasy energy, Xiaoqing began to devour the flesh of chaotic creatures. Then Xiaoqing also began to grow up slowly, becoming bigger and bigger. The mysterious and yellow energy is a great tonic, and there are the virtual flesh of the chaotic creature can be swallowed up. This little life is so comfortable that Xiaoqing is very comfortable crawling in and out of the huge body of the chaotic creature. Not long after, Xiaoqing seemed to have entered the core area of the chaotic creature. There was a huge space here. In the core of the space, a huge group of black and yellow energy gathered together, exuding an alluring smell. Ouch! Seeing this huge ball of black and yellow air, Xiaoqing suddenly let out a high-pitched roar of excitement, sucked the water, and swallowed it all into his stomach in one gulp.
Haha, the dragon is mighty. Xiaoqing, don't eat them all. Leave some for me.
Chapter 910. Rescue Yangtze Universe. In the magical civilization universe, the huge bastard creature kept rolling in the void, shaking its huge body. But it was still unable to get the dragon Xiaoqing out of its body. And as Xiaoqing drilled deeper and deeper, the chaotic creatures began to become truly afraid. Ouch! The entire magical civilization universe is resounding with the miserable screams of chaotic creatures. The universe is shaking, and time and space are chaotic. However, as the black and yellow energy in the body was gradually swallowed up by Xiaoqing, the chaotic creature seemed to become much weaker. In the end, when Xiaoqing entered the space inside the chaotic creature, he stored the chaotic creature in one breath. All the black and yellow energy in the body was swallowed up. The entire huge chaotic creature immediately seemed to have lost its soul. Only a body was left. It gradually stopped moving in the void, and the light from the vertical eyes on its forehead gradually dissipated. The body of the chaotic creature swallowed up all the dark and yellow aura of the chaotic creature in one gulp. The aura on Xiaoqing's body became more powerful. At the same time, it began to continuously swallow the crystal clear flesh and blood of the chaotic creature, and its body began to grow larger. Originally, it was only as big as a dozen or so star continents. In the blink of an eye, it was like an inflated balloon. It gradually grew to the size of hundreds of star continents before it stopped growing. Ouch! Xiaoqing excitedly let out high-pitched dragon roars, which resounded throughout the space inside the chaotic creature. In the space inside the chaotic creature, because the black and yellow energy was swallowed by Xiaoqing, the chaotic creature gradually died. The chaotic energy originally stored in the chaotic creature gradually began to evolve into matter and vitality. The originally empty space. All of a sudden, it was as if chaos was beginning to open. Heaven and earth were born. The sun, moon, stars, etc. were evolving in it. And majestic vitality began to fill every corner here. If this continues, in the future, in this huge space within the chaotic organism, countless civilizations will definitely be born, forming a dazzling and prosperous world.
Let's go!
Xiaoqing. Li Shuquang's huge spiritual thought enveloped this space. Apart from the black and yellow energy, the chaotic creature seemed to have nothing else worth lingering on. Maybe there was still some black and yellow energy contained in the flesh and blood in the huge body of the chaotic creature. In the depths of the world, there may be people who, after gaining life, can use these black and yellow energies to temper themselves and become very powerful. But this has nothing to do with Li Shuquang. Most of the Xianhuang Qi has been swallowed by Xiaoqing, and the chaotic creatures have died. From the huge gap in the huge body of the chaotic creature, the dragon Xiaoqing rushed out like a stream of light and suddenly appeared in the void of the universe. Xiaoqing was also excited to fly in the void and was in a good mood.
The life force swallowed by the chaotic creatures begins to return to the universe, and the universe begins to heal again. Soon, the universe of this magical civilization will be restored to its original state.
Returning to the void, the cosmic scanner scanned the entire universe, and soon found out that because the chaotic creatures died, the life force swallowed by the chaotic creatures returned to the universe, and the universe itself began to recover and heal quickly. At the gap in the universe begins to heal automatically, although the speed is not as fast as before. It will not take too long for the magical civilization universe to heal. At the same time, the chaotic energy that has entered the universe begins to derive new stars, new materials and vitality. And the day and night stars, etc. will also slowly evolve over time. The magic civilization universe has been successfully saved. Without the devouring of chaotic creatures, this magic civilization universe is still young and can continue to exist in the cosmic world for a long time.
Let's go! Xiaoqing! Let's quickly support Yangtze universe.
Li Shuquang did not stay any longer and successfully killed a chaotic creature. He also had a very intuitive understanding of Xiaoqing's ability. This was definitely the nemesis of the chaotic creature. The next thing to do was to support the Han Technology Empire and rescue more descendants of Yin and Huang. Shenlong Xiaoqing turned into a stream of light and flew towards the gap in the universe. The billowing energy of chaos posed no threat to it, and it suddenly disappeared into the void of the magical civilization's universe.
It seems we are saved?
The people of the magic civilization still didn't understand what happened. The originally fierce and powerful chaotic creature was now breathless and motionless in the void. Another chaotic creature seemed to have killed this chaotic creature and then left the universe. The universe of its own magical civilization was healing rapidly again. And the disaster was really over. Is that snake-like chaotic creature really sent by God to save magical civilization? People in the magical civilization have firmly remembered Xiaoqing's appearance. Some people even regarded Xiaoqing as a god. The god who saved the universe. They built temples and statues, worshipped and prayed every year. In the chaotic world, Xiaoqing was traveling rapidly in the chaotic world. At this time, he was in a good mood. From time to time, he made a dragon roar that resounded throughout the chaotic world. It was asking for credit from Li Shuquang.
I know you're doing a good job. You're awesome. Have you left any of this Xinhuang Qi for me? You shouldn't have swallowed them all. Right.
Li Shuquang used his spiritual thoughts to communicate with the dragon Xiaoqing. Although Xiaoqing was powerful, his intelligence was very low. He was like a child, and was very close to Li Shuquang.
Well, you were very obedient, and even less for me.
Yin Jia couldn't help but shake her head at Li Shuquang. But there was nothing she could do about it. She was envious and jealous. Now Xiaoqing only listened to Li Shuquang's words. And no one could do anything about it.
The universe we just left is the magical civilized universe. This is the 9-star universe where our empire is located. Well, this universe should be our empire's Jiangsha universe.
Yin Jia carefully studied the chaotic world detected by the universe scanner. In the chaotic world, the 9-star universe, Jiangsha universe, magic civilization universe, etc. where the empire is located are connected to each other, and very close to each other.
We found it. This should be the Xishan universe of the Han Technology Empire. The one connected to our empire is the Xishan universe. After we find the Xishan universe, we can find the Yangtze River universe. Let's go to Xishan universe.
Li Shuquang looked at the virtual image and began to communicate with Xiaoqing, ordering Xiaoqing to continue moving forward in the chaotic world. In the Yangtze River universe, a huge chaotic creature is constantly devouring the vitality and life force in the universe in the void. At this time, it is very close to the center of the Yangtze River universe. After a long period of swallowing, the entire Yangtze universe has become dilapidated. Half of the area has been swallowed by chaos. The billowing energy of chaos is still spreading in the void, annihilating more areas. Net.
Why haven't you come yet?
At the center of the Yangtze universe, Lu Qixian was very anxious at this time. He had trouble sleeping and eating, and was walking around in the void, very anxious. The Yangtze River universe is about to be completely swallowed up. Every source of the universe is already unstable. Once the source of the universe collapses, and the black and yellow energy of the universe gushes out, the Yangtze River universe will really be hopeless, and will soon be completely destroyed. Collapsed. And by then, the Han Technology Empire would completely lose contact with the Yin Huang Empire. Of course, this is not the most critical thing. Just now, he received news from Panga Universe. Panga Universe was also invaded by chaotic creatures. The situation is critical. Once no way can be thought of. Panga Universe, the origin universe of the descendants of Yin and Huang, will to be devoured. Moreover, Lu Qingchuan, the founding emperor of the Han Technology Empire, has made it clear that he will live and die with Panga Universe. Lu Qingchuan is the most important spiritual pillar for the Han Technology Empire and must not be lost. One universe after another has been swallowed up by chaotic creatures. Citizens of the great Han Technology Empire can no longer migrate because there is no place to move. Every universe has been invaded by chaotic creatures. Only a small number of people have migrated to the 9-star universe and the Yin 1 Empire, Jianxia universe. But if the chaotic creatures are not defeated, sooner or later the Yin 1 Empire will follow the path of the Han Technology Empire. And sooner or later the chaotic creatures will devour it.
We don't know anything about the situation in the chaos. We have no way to contact them, and don't know what the situation is. It's really worrying.
Not only Li Shuquang. The Empire also sent people to wait here in the Yangtze River universe. The person sent here was Sun Xinyuan, a master of the Empire's Yuanli warrior temple. At this time, he was also very irritable. He waited and waited. But Li Shuquang and Shilong Shaoqing never arrived. People from Jiuxing universe also came to deliver news from time to time. And Li Shuquang did not bring Shaoqing back to Jiuxing universe. So now everyone is worried, fearing that something will go wrong with Shilong Shaoqing. Once even Shilong Shaoqing has a problem, there will really be no hope. Although in the 9-star universe, the scientists of the Empire are non-stop cultivating new chaos. Divine beasts take time. Millions of years. In a million years, the day lilies will be cold. What is the chaotic world outside the universe like? Can the Empire's chaos beasts be stored in chaos? Did something happen to Li Shuquang and others? Or did you encounter a chaotic creature and be devoured by the chaotic creature? Countless thoughts were ringing in everyone's minds. And there was no news. The anxious waiting was the most painful. Then, they sensed that in the void of the universe, they were swallowing up the chaotic creatures step by step towards the center of the universe. At this time, Li Shuquang, Sun Xinyuan and others were no different from ants on a hot pot. Everyone was completely restless, walking around in the void, even causing fluctuations in the space. Huge spiritual thoughts were released over and over again, wanting to see if Li Shuquang and Shilong Shaoqing had arrived. Ouch! A dragon roar resounded in the void of the entire Yangtze River universe, and a huge green dragon head was revealed amidst the billowing chaotic energy. Chapter 911. A piece of cake. Ouch! In the Yangtze River universe, the dragon's roar that resounded throughout the universe immediately attracted everyone's attention. Huge divine thoughts rose up in the void, and in an instant, they saw the energy coming from the chaos. Shilong Shaoqing.
It's Shilong Shaoqing! They are finally here!
Lu Qixian jumped up excitedly at this time, and the big stone in his heart fell heavily. The chaotic beast of the Yin 1 Empire had really come, and the Yangtze River universe could be saved.
Haha, I kept you waiting for a long time.
Soon, a laughter sounded in everyone's minds. It was Li Shuquang's voice, and everyone immediately felt more relieved.
I thought something happened to you. We waited and waited but never got you.
Sun Xinyuan's worries were completely relieved. Looking at the situation on Li Shuquang's side, it seemed that it was still very good. The dragon Shaoqing seemed to have grown a lot.
Let's not talk about this for now. There will be plenty of time to talk about it slowly in the future. Let's deal with this chaotic creature first.
Li Shuquang didn't waste time here, because through the universe scanner, he already knew that the situation of the entire Yangtze River universe was very bad. It seemed that it would soon completely collapse and be swallowed up by the devouring world. He wasted no time on the road. Too long.
Shaoqing! Kill this chaotic creature and remember to leave the black and yellow energy to me.
Shaoqing, who was flying in the void, received Li Shuquang's order, and instantly rushed towards the chaotic creatures that were being devoured like a stream of light. Now it saw the chaotic creatures as if it were delicious food, and Li Shuquang didn't even need to give orders. Will automatically attack chaotic creatures. Ouch! This chaotic creature, like the chaotic creatures in the magical civilized universe, thought that Shaoqing was here to grab food, and it also roared to warn Shaoqing. Although Shaoqing has now grown to be as big as hundreds of stars, to the chaotic creatures, it is still a small thing and is not taken seriously at all. But when Shaoqing ignored it and got closer and closer, it seemed to sense how powerful and terrifying Shaoqing was. It became frightened, turned its head, opened its huge mouth, and wanted to eat Shaoqing in one bite. Devour it. However, its extremely powerful and invincible terrifying devouring power had no effect on Shaoqing. Shaoqing was like a stream of light, bypassing the big mouth of the chaotic creature and falling directly on the huge body of the chaotic creature. The dragon's claw slashed at the body of the chaotic creature, and a huge hole appeared on the huge body of the chaotic creature, from which billowing energy of chaos continued to pour out. However, Shaoqing did not stop, and continued to tear it apart until the black and yellow energy surged out. Shaoqing became even more excited. The long dragon sucked the water and swallowed the black and yellow energy cleanly without any ceremony. The scene that took place in the Magic Civilization universe continued to take place in the Yangtze River universe. The black and yellow energy was swallowed up, and the chaotic creatures panicked. They began to shake violently in the void of the Yangtze River universe, and the huge mouth even began to bite itself. Breaking pieces of crystal, the translucent flesh and blood were torn off, and each piece was extremely huge, as large as dozens of star continents. However, all this was in vain. Xiaoqing was now a veteran. Knowing that there was a space to store Xin Huang Qi in the chaotic creature, he desperately drilled in and out of the chaotic creature's body, and soon found the space where Xin Huang Qi was stored. The space of Qi. In this space, a huge group of black and yellow energy gathered in the middle. Compared with the chaotic creature in the magical civilization universe, this chaotic creature contained more black and yellow energy. Ouch! Seeing the huge black and yellow energy, Xiaoqing let out a dragon roar in excitement and turned into a stream of light and rushed forward.
Xiaoqing, remember to leave it for me and swallow it in your mouth first.
Li Shuquang, who was always paying attention to Xiaoqing's every move, quickly ordered that this black and yellow energy was very effective, and Xiaoqing could not be swallowed like this. Such a huge amount of black and yellow energy is enough for the Empire to cultivate a few more chaotic beasts. And it is also enough for many Yuanli monks in the Empire to temper their physical bodies and cultivate their physical bodies to the realm of chaos. Ouch! Xiaoqing is a very obedient child. Although he swallowed the black and yellow energy into his mouth, he did not digest the black and yellow energy, but only stored it. Lu Qixian, Sun Xinyuan and others outside had no idea what was happening inside the chaotic creature, but they could clearly see the chaotic creature in the void rolling around and biting themselves desperately. Then it gradually calmed down, and the majestic life breath on his body gradually weakened, and finally turned into a huge corpse floating quietly in the void. It's dead. It was sensed that the breath of the chaotic creature in the void had been completely extinguished. At the same time, from the huge corpse of the chaotic creature, a steady stream of life force overflowed from it and returned to the void of the universe. Everyone present was a little unbelievable, especially the people from the Han Technology Empire, the chaotic creatures that their empire fought so hard to deal with, and the powerful three-dimensional integration technology could not defeat, actually died after just a few attempts. It's so simple. In everyone's expectation, this divine dragon Xiaoqing should have an unprecedented battle with the chaotic creatures. In any case, the broken Yangtze River universe must be fought to pieces. The void is turbulent, and the time and space are chaotic. But now, after Shilong Xiaoqing turned into a stream of light and fell on the chaotic creature, the chaotic creature began to bite itself like crazy. Not long after, the life breath of the chaotic creature continued to weaken, and soon it was completely as death. At this time, surrounding this huge chaotic creature, a steady stream of chaotic energy gushes out from the wounds of the chaotic creature, and the majestic power of life returns to the universe.
The universe has begun to heal automatically. Our Yangtze River universe is saved.
A master from the Han Technology Empire released his huge spiritual thoughts to cover the entire Yangtze universe and sense everything in the Yangtze universe. The originally turbulent and chaotic spacetime stabilized again, and the source of the universe slowly returned to its original state, becoming stable, beating all the time, and spewing out massive amounts of matter and vitality. At the same time, in the broken place of the universe, the membrane at the edge of the universe began to slowly extend into the chaos and began to heal automatically. Although the speed was very slow, it was healing after all. The chaotic energy that poured into the universe also began to slowly evolve into matter and vitality. The places that were annihilated by the chaotic energy seemed to be the beginning of chaos and the birth of all things, and began to gradually recover. It's just that the Yangtze River universe has been swallowed up too much. Half of the area has fallen into chaos. The healing speed is much slower than that of the magical civilization universe, but it is healing after all. As the life energy from chaotic creatures continues to return to the universe, the self-healing ability of the universe itself is gradually becoming stronger, and the healing speed is getting faster and faster.
We're saved! We're saved!
Tears flowed from Lu Qixian's eyes. No one could watch the chaotic creature destroying his home and devouring his own people, but he could do nothing about it, seeing that the empire he loves most is about to be destroyed in the hands of chaotic creatures. No matter how strong a person is, he will inevitably be unable to stop his tears. It is saved. The Han Dynasty's technological empire is saved, and the descendants of Yin and Huang are saved. Countless cheers rang out in the void of the Yangtze River universe. People hugged each other excitedly and shed tears. Only when you have truly faced despair can you understand how precious everything is now. There are teams that flash rapidly in the void and suddenly disappear into the sources of the universe. These are teams that convey good news to the universes. Some went to various universes in the Han Technology Empire, and some went to the 9-star universe to report the situation to the Yin Huang Empire. Ouch. In the void, another dragon roar sounded, and the divine dragon Xiaoqing turned into a ray of green light and shot out from the huge body of the chaotic creature. As soon as it appeared in the void, it quickly moved towards where Lu Qixian, Sun Xinyuan and others were. The position flew.
Xiaoqing! Stay here obediently!
Arriving at the area at the center of the Yangtze River universe, Xiaoqing coiled up together obediently, and then streams of light shot out from Xiaoqing's body, revealing the figures of Li Shuquang, Yin Jia and others. Among these streamers, scientists began to contact the people brought by Sun Xinyuan, and reported in detail the findings in the chaotic world and everything Xiaoqing had done after leaving the Jiuxing universe. And related information was to be transferred.
Xiaoqing! Spit it out!
Li Shuquang flew to Xiaoqing's huge dragon head. Compared with the huge Xiaoqing, Li Shuquang was insignificant. But Xiaoqing obeyed Li Shuquang's words. Although he was very reluctant, he still opened his huge mouth, and a huge ball of black and yellow air spit out from Xiaoqing's mouth. Li Shuquang, who had been prepared for a long time, used his majestic yuan power, and soon the black and yellow energy was slowly gathered together by Li Shuquang, turning it into a golden ball, which was as big as a basketball, being controlled by Li Shuquang in his own hands. Ouch! The Xian Huang aura was highlighted, and Xiaoqing seemed unhappy and made a protesting sound.
Xiaoqing! My dear! I will take you to kill the big bugs later. There are many big bugs. And then, there will be a lot of black and yellow energy for you to swallow.
Li Shuquang comforted Xiaoqing slightly, then turned into a stream of light and flew to Sun Xinyuan, Lu Qixian and others.
Mr. Sun, please bring the Xian Huang Qi back to the Empire.
Li Shuquang handed the Xian Huang Qi into Sun Xinyuan's hands. These Xian Huang Qi were to be brought back to the Empire, and the Empire still had a great effect. Okay. Sun Xinyuan felt the fatal temptation emanating from the Xian Huang Qi. All the cells in his body were trembling, and he became extremely hungry, wanting to devour this Xian Huang Qi.
I won't thank you enough for your kindness, but I still have to ask you to support Pengi Universe. Pengi Universe has also been invaded by chaotic creatures.
Lu Qixian's face was full of smiles, and he suddenly became a lot more relaxed, as if all the pressure had disappeared at once. It was no longer like before, when the whole person seemed to be pressed by a mountain, and he couldn't breathe. Gas.
Of course, this Pengi Universe is the origin universe of our descendants of Yin and Huang, and there is absolutely no room for error. With Shalong Xiaoqing here, dealing with these chaotic creatures is just a piece of cake for Zhang Fei.
Li Shuquang was also slightly proud at this time. This catastrophe of chaotic creatures will soon be over. Chapter 912. Fortunately, we are a family. In the Pengi Universe, the native universe of the Great Han Technology Empire, a gigantic chaotic creature devoured vitality and life force in the void. Wherever it passed, all life withered. The universe was broken, and the billowing chaotic energy came from the gap in the universe, coming from everywhere, facing the huge chaotic creatures. The Han Technology Empire had no choice at all. The powerful three-dimensional attack poured like a tide onto the chaotic creatures, leaving wounds one after another. But with the gush of Chaos Qi and Xian Huang Qi, the wounds of the Chaos creature healed at a terrifying speed. It was just a little superficial wound. This Chaos creature didn't even care at all and continued to devour everything in the universe. Vitality and life force. Lu Qingchuan and the senior officials and elders of the Han Technology Empire stood proudly in the void one by one. But they were completely helpless, and could only watch the chaotic creatures wreaking havoc in their own universe.
Hasn't the dragon from the Yin Huang Empire arrived yet?
However, at this time, everyone did not have too much worry on their faces. Everything that happened in the Yangtze universe had been transmitted back to the Pengi universe immediately. The chaotic beasts of the Yin Huang Empire were the nemesis of the chaotic creatures, and had already wiped out the Yangtze universe. The chaotic creatures inside came towards Pangu. Ouch! While everyone was waiting anxiously, a dragon roar sounded in the void of Pengi universe, and a huge dragon head appeared from the chaos. Then Shenlong Xiaoqing shot towards the chaotic creature in the void, like a stream of cyan light. Soon, the life breath of this huge chaotic creature gradually weakened and finally died completely. The majestic life force swallowed by it began to continuously overflow and return to the universe. The universe also began to recover automatically, and the gap continued to become smaller. Ouch! The divine dragon Shaoqing flew out from the chaotic creature and swallowed a large ball of black and yellow air. It was very happy and excited and let out a high-pitched dragon roar in the void.
Chaos Divine Beast Biotechnology. This Yin-Huang Empire should be regarded as surpassing super civilization.
After witnessing everything that happened in the void of the universe, Lu Qingchuan, the founding emperor of the Han Technology Empire, murmured to himself that he originally thought that super civilization was the pinnacle of civilization development. Now it seems that this super civilization is not worthy of its name. It can only be regarded as a 10th level civilization, not a super civilization. Whether it is the Immortal Cultivation Alliance, the Han Technology Empire, or the Alpha Civilization, the Thunder Empire, the Purple Moon God Clan, and other super civilizations. Although each of them occupies a large amount of universe, they are helpless in the face of the invasion of chaotic creatures. They know nothing about the chaotic world outside the universe, and are not truly fearless.
There were some Yulons who were arrogant before. Maybe for us, the road ahead is still very long. Even the Yin-Huang Empire may have just begun.
Lu Qingchuan had to admit that the current technological empire of the Han dynasty may still be inferior to the Yin-Huang Empire. The other party is now able to soar in the chaotic world, understand the world outside the universe, and can also deal with the chaotic creatures that make him helpless. Biotechnology.
Fortunately, we are all a family.
Lu Qingchuan was also secretly glad at this time. The Yin-Huang Empire and his Han Technology Empire had the same origin and the same species. They had always had a very good relationship, and were as close to each other as brothers. The Han Technology Empire helped the Yin-Huang Empire develop space-time technology, allowing the Yin-Huang Empire's space-time technology to take the lead in becoming a super civilization. The Yin-Huang Empire had no reservations about the Han Technology Empire, and had always spared no effort to support the Han Technology Empire in the development of biotechnology. Lu Qingchuan did not envy or hate the power of the Yin-Huang Empire. In Lu Qingchuan's view, there was not much difference between the power of the Yin-Huang Empire and the power of his own Han Technology Empire. They were both the power of the descendants of the Yin-Huang Empire. In the future, the two empires will slowly merge and become one with each other. The strength of the Yin-Huang Empire is the strength of the Han Technology Empire. There is no difference. When civilization has developed to its current level, it is no longer limited to those old forms. Several streaks of light shot from Shenlong Xiuqing's body to Lu Qingchuan's side. They were Li Shuquang, Lu Qixuan, and others. This time, Lu Qixuan also followed Li Shuquang on Shenlong Xiaoqing to wander around the chaotic world. The chaotic world outside the universe.
Your Majesty, we are late. Please forgive me.
Li Shuquang also admired the legendary founder of the Han dynasty's technological empire. Like his ancestor Li Fu, he created a powerful empire that allowed the descendants of Yin and Huang to spread across the universe. So he was very respectful to Lu Qingchuan.
No. I should thank you properly. If it weren't for you, we descendants of Yin and Huang would really not know how to defeat these chaotic creatures this time.
Lu Qingchuan quickly told Li Shuquang not to be polite, and sighed with a smile.
There are many descendants of Yin and Huang in our other universes waiting for your help. So we have to go to other universes to work harder. That's what it should be. Time is urgent. So I'll take my leave first.
Li Shuquang did not stay in the Pangi universe for long. The Han Technology Empire had a vast territory and a huge number of universes. Now basically all of them have been invaded by chaotic creatures. Many universes are already in critical condition. So he must go to support as soon as possible. In the void of Pangi universe, streams of light flew towards the huge city on Shenlong Xiuqing's body. These are scientists from the Han Technology Empire. They will follow Shenlong Xiaoqing to see the chaotic world, and at the same time help Li Shuquang has a plan to save every universe as much as possible. Soon, Shenlong Xiaoqing transformed into a stream of cyan light and disappeared into the billowing chaotic air from the rapidly healing gap in Pangi universe, rushing towards the next universe. The Han Technology Empire originally had more than 100 universes, but half of them were completely devoured by chaotic creatures. Among the remaining half, there are more than 20 universes that are in a similar situation to the Yangtze River universe. They have reached a very critical moment. The remaining 10 or so universes are the same as the Pangi universe. Although they have been invaded by chaotic creatures, they are still fine for the time being. With the support of the Han Technology Empire, Li Shuquang and the Dragon Xiaoqing appeared in each universe and wiped out the chaotic creatures. The universes on the verge of collapse were saved by the Dragon Xiaoqing.
Countless descendants of Yin and Huang began to spread the stories and legends of the dragon. Originally, this dragon was the totem of the descendants of China. Shaoqing naturally gradually became a household name and became one of the two famous celebrities. The great star of the empire. Shenlong Xiuqing's speed is very fast, and the universes are connected together. So the chaotic creatures and dozens of universes in the Han Technology Empire were quickly cleaned up by Shaoqing. After cleaning up the chaotic creatures in the Han Technology Empire, Shenlong Xiuqing flew non-stop towards the area of the super-civilized Immortal Cultivation Alliance, preparing to help a group of Cultivation Immortal Alliance. Of course, helping the Immortal Cultivation Alliance does not mean that Shaoqing seems to have nothing to do, nor does the Empire show great kindness. The most important thing is naturally the Xian Wang Qi. Xian Wang Qi is a good thing. Xian Wang Qi can only be born in chaotic creatures, universes, and chaotic worlds. The effect of Xian Wang Qi is also very powerful. It can be used to temper the physical body, allowing people to easily cultivate the physical body to the realm of chaos. It can also be used to cultivate chaotic beasts, and it can even be used to restore some broken universes. In short, it has many benefits and is definitely a strategic and scarce thing. This is still the use that the Empire has discovered now. Since this Xian Wang Qi was born in the world of chaos, it can be regarded as the essence of chaos. Its uses are naturally more than these, and there must be other powerful uses that are unknown. Therefore, the Empire must take advantage of this opportunity to collect more Xian Wang Qi. Otherwise, if it misses this opportunity, it will not be easy for the Empire to obtain Xian Wang Qi in the future. It will have to look for it in the chaotic world. The chaotic world is so vast, and Xian Wang Qi is not available everywhere. Unlike now, as long as you find a chaotic creature, you must have Xian Wang Qi. In a universe of the Immortal Cultivation Alliance, a huge chaotic creature was devouring vitality and life force. In the void, the powerful monks of the Cultivation Immortal Alliance desperately launched powerful attacks one after another. But the chaotic creature completely ignored it and continued to mind its own business, devouring. You guys stop attacking. I'll use the soul attack and let it sleep. Kong Wu Tianzuan looked miserable, and he was already very weak at this time, facing the invasion of chaotic creatures. The Immortal Cultivation Alliance had no way to deal with it. But Kong Wu Tianzuan was very powerful, and his soul attack could make chaotic creatures fall into sleep. Just using soul attacks, if the number is small, will not have much impact on Kong Wu Tianzuan. But in order to save each universe, Kong Wu Tianzuan uses soul attacks again and again, and his soul has already become very weak. General Leader, let's forget it. You are already very weak. You need to recuperate for a while. If this continues, you will fall first before this bastard creature is eliminated. What's more, with your current soul attack, you can only make this chaotic creature sleep for 1,000,000 years. After 1,000,000 years, it will still be the same. We still need you. If you cultivate well, we got the black and yellow energy from some ruined universes. Chief Alliance Leader, you can use this black and yellow energy to retreat and break through. We will definitely defeat the chaotic creatures. Around Kong Wu Tianzuan, the senior officials of the Immortal Cultivation Alliance all spoke out to stop him. If Kong Wu Tianzuan was allowed to use his soul attack, Kong Wu Tianzuan might have his soul collapse and die first. Ouch. Just when everyone was arguing, from the gap in the universe, the dragon's head emerged from the billowing energy of chaos. Seeing the chaotic creature, it excitedly let out a high-pitched dragon roar, which resounded throughout the entire universe. Void. Chapter 913. Seclusion for 1,000,000,000 years. Time passed quietly like running water, and more than 1,000,000,000 years passed in the blink of an eye. The last invasion of chaos creatures caused heavy losses to every super civilization. However, in the end, with the help of the Imperial Chaos Beast Shenlong Xiuqing, the chaos creatures were completely wiped out, and several super civilizations were able to survive this disaster. The one with the heaviest losses was the Immortal Cultivation Alliance. The Immortal Cultivation Alliance originally owned the largest number of universes, and it was also the first super civilization to be invaded by chaotic creatures. Even though there are powerful monks like Kong Wu Tianzuan sitting in charge, who can use powerful soul attacks to put chaotic creatures into sleep, no matter how powerful he is alone, it is of no use. He can only watch the universe being destroyed by chaotic creatures, swallowed cleanly. In the end, had it not been for the rescue of Shenlong Xiuqing, even if there was Kong Wu Tianzuan, the Immortal Cultivation Alliance would have been in critical condition, because some universes were invaded by several chaotic creatures at the same time.
Some chaotic creatures will continue to devour other universes after devouring one universe. If you do not completely eliminate the chaotic creatures and just let them sleep, it is simply treating the symptoms, but not the root cause. After a catastrophe, less than 50 universes were left in the Immortal Cultivation Alliance, which can be said to have suffered extremely heavy losses. Of course, this is just a calculation of the number of universes lost. If we want to talk about the weakness of our own strength, the worst ones are the Thunder Empire and the Purple Moon God Clan. These two super civilizations are far away from the Yin Huang Empire. One is separated by the Alpha Civilization, and the other is separated by the Immortal Cultivation Alliance. By the time the Empire Shalong Shaoqing came to support them, these two super civilizations were already so miserable that only 1 or 2 universes were left. The Thunder Empire even lost its own native universe, and was completely devoured by chaotic creatures. The situation of Alpha Civilization is relatively good. It is connected to the Great Han Technology Empire, and the support from Shalong Shaoqing is relatively timely. However, it has also lost more than 90% of its universe, and the number of remaining universes is less than 10. The situation of the Dahan Technology Empire is relatively optimistic. Shalong Shaoqing immediately provided support, even though more than 20 universes are on the verge of destruction, like the Yangtze River universe. However, the chaotic creatures were eliminated, and the power of life returned to the universe. Although it was broken, the universe itself could slowly heal. After more than 1 billion years, these universes have also been completely healed. The Han Technology Empire has retained more than half of the universe, and owns more than 50 universes. The loss of strength is not too serious. Of course, the real winner must be the Yin Huang Empire. It has not been invaded by chaotic creatures. Both the Jiuxing universe and the Jiangxia universe are intact. Biotechnology has also broken through the shackles and achieved transcendence with the help of this crisis. By creating powerful chaotic beasts and possessing the ability to travel around the chaotic world. From now on, the civilization of the Yin Huang Empire is no longer limited to the universe. It can be regarded as entering a new stage and can gallop in the chaotic world. In addition, this crisis also allowed the Yin Huang Empire to obtain a large amount of Xian Huang Qi. Chaos creatures devoured the Xian Huang Qi of the universe. In the end, they all benefited the Empire and fell into the hands of the Empire. It can be said that it is a great power. Get a good harvest. In a remote void somewhere in the 9-star universe, a figure was meditating quietly in the void. The majestic aura spread from his body to the void of the entire universe, making a large area of void become agitated. From time to time, great chaotic energy emerges from this person's body, annihilating everything in the surrounding void. But it has no impact on this figure at all. Through the great chaotic energy, you can vaguely see the black and yellow energy flowing on his body, exuding a frightening aura, as if it comes from a higher level of life. And he is like a lower level life when he sees a high level life. He behaved very humbly, and even couldn't help but kneel down.
Ancestor hasn't woken up yet. Is the method you deduced useful?
In a void not far away, the senior officials, elders, etc. of the Yin Huang Empire gathered together at this time, with anxious looks on their faces. The same was true for Li Shuquang. His whole body was full of worry. He walked around in the void and questioned Yin Jia beside him.
There is definitely no problem with this method. We helped the Immortal Cultivation Alliance resolve the crisis and obtained a large number of methods, including methods for cultivating the physical body. In addition, we saved the Purple Moon God Clan, and the Purple Moon God Clan also taught us all their skills. We have carefully studied the methods of the two civilizations that are mainly cultivators. There are already people in the Empire who have practiced to the realm of chaos based on these techniques, which shows that these techniques are definitely not wrong. With my knowledge and understanding of life, I can't find any problems with these techniques. So there is definitely nothing wrong with the cultivation method. But I am not 100% sure that it is correct to deduce the method that transcends the level of chaos. If I had known earlier, I should have stopped your majesty and let others practice practicing first. If there were no problems, I would have allowed your majesty to come back.
Yin Jia also showed a look of regret at this time. After the crisis of the invasion of chaotic creatures passed, the Empire's biotechnology continued to develop rapidly, because it was possible to enter chaos and gain a new understanding of life. Yin Jia, a leader in the biological sciences of the Empire, also deduced the method of cultivating to transcend the realm of chaos based on the cultivation methods obtained from the Immortal Cultivation Alliance and the Purple Moon God Clan. Li Fu, who knew the news, became a guinea pig in a hurry and was the first to try to practice this method. He did not expect that this practice would take nearly a billion years. If it weren't for the powerful life breath and energy fluctuations emanating from Li Fu, who was practicing in the void, everyone in the empire would even think that Li Fu was dead. Fortunately, all the systems of the empire have been very perfect. The daily administrative management is handled by the cabinet, and the external expansion of the army is also smooth sailing. More than 1 billion years have passed, and the empire now has more than 1,000 universes. So even though Li Fu was practicing in seclusion, the entire empire was still developing rapidly. Everything was in order, and there were no problems.
Ancestor was really serious at that time. I should have tried my best to dissuade him.
Li Shuquang seemed very regretful. At that time, Li Fu was actually just trying it out, and did not feel that he was really capable of transcending the realm of chaos in one fell swoop, but who knew that this practice could not be stopped, and it would take nearly a billion years to retreat. Li Fu, who has been in seclusion, has been experiencing more and more fluctuations in his aura recently. The entire empire's senior officials, elders, descendants of the Li family, etc. all rushed back, fearing that Li Fu would be completely finished if he failed. Everyone in the void was very worried and waited anxiously. The fluctuations emanating from Li Fu were getting bigger and bigger, so that the void in the surrounding universe was violently turbulent, and there seemed to be a vaguely powerful life. It's like being born soon. Li Fu closed his eyes and carefully felt the huge changes in his body. According to Yan Jia's inference, he used a large amount of black and yellow energy to temper his body. His body was soon tempered to the extreme state of chaos. It is comparable to the body of Kan Wu Tianzuan of the Immortal Cultivation Alliance. But it is not easy to break through the realm of chaos and cultivate to a better realm. A realm that no one has ever reached. Although Yan Jia has deduced the method of cultivation. After the real cultivation, Li Fu really feels like he is riding a tiger. At this time, Li Fu was completely unable to control the changes in his body. In Li Fu's body, the Xian Wang Qi was tempering his body over and over again, and earth-shaking changes were taking place every moment. Li Fu had a feeling that at this moment, his physical body could easily completely destroy Kan Wu Tianzuan. But now, he could not control the changes in his body, and could only feel it silently. He had an illusion. He felt as if he was a new life, slowly brewing and growing. During this process, he seemed to be restricted by something, unable to release even a little bit of spiritual thought. So he never knew what is the situation outside. Li Fu felt that time had passed for a long time, but he also felt that time had only passed for a moment. This was a very contradictory illusion. It seemed that he could not feel the passage of time. In other words, for Li Fu at this time, there was no time and no time. Space concept.
It's finally over.
Li Fu clearly knew that he was about to be born. And that was right. Now Li Fu felt that he was about to be born. Li Fu had obviously lived for a long time. But now, he had such an illusion. Or rather not called an illusion. Because Li Fu can clearly understand that his current self is completely different from his previous self. And he is not at the same level of life. So he has such an illusion that he is about to be born. A new high-level life. The birth of life. Boom. At a certain moment, the entire 9-star universe suddenly violently turbulent and trembled. Countless vitality gathered like a tide towards Li Fu's position. The speed exceeded imagination. As if all the vitality of the entire universe had gathered in an instant. This is the void where Li Fu is. The originally dark void of the universe suddenly turned into a colorful time. And the majestic vitality condensed in the void. The vitality here was unprecedentedly rich. So much so that the vitality in the void liquefied to form a huge ocean of vitality. At the same time, near the void where Li Fu was, a gap appeared in the universe. The chaotic energy billowing from the gap poured in. Then the chaotic energy quickly transformed the vitality and other substances, making the void here. The vitality is more intense. The rich vitality is like an accelerant. And the empty void blooms everywhere. All kinds of flowers suddenly bloom all over the void, including golden lotuses, legendary bodhisattva, and more that have never been seen before. Flowers I have never seen before. Before everyone could react from the shock, Li Fu suddenly opened his eyes. And then like a long dragon sucking water, the rich ocean of vitality in the void poured into Li Fu's body crazily. Li Fu's body swelled in the wind. And in an instant, he became extremely huge. As huge as a chaotic creature. Like a cosmic giant. He looked down at the entire universe, and swallowed up the vitality that was constantly gathering in the universe. Chapter 914. Chaos Civilization, Finale Chapter. The giant in the 9-star universe is like Pengu who opened the sky. The sun,
Moon and stars become extremely small in front of it. And a steady stream of vitality pours into him. Li Fu's aura is constantly getting stronger. And the senior officials of the Yin Wang Empire, and others, who are in the void are all silent. Now the aura emitted by Li Fu has surpassed the existing life, becoming a higher level life, and naturally gives everyone exuding huge coercion. But soon, no one felt any pressure at all. It was not that the pressure emanating from Li Fu disappeared. On the contrary, because Li Fu's life level was too high, no one could feel the pressure emanating from him anymore. It's like a small insect will run away in fear when seeing a large animal. But the ant cannot feel the fear of the large animal at all. Because for the ant, it cannot feel the power of the other party at all. The cosmic phenomenon in the void began to slowly end. And the vitality that emerged from all corners of the universe gradually stopped and disappeared. The ocean of vitality in the void, and so on were all quickly swallowed up by Li Fu. All kinds of the flowers, plants and trees that were born due to the strong vitality bloomed into beautiful flowers in the void, seeming to celebrate the birth of great life. Drink. Li Fu, who transformed into a cosmic giant, let out a loud shout. And the sound spread throughout the entire universe in an instant. Because of this loud shout, the surrounding void became chaotic, causing time and space to become chaotic. Then Li Fu's figure began to shrink rapidly. And in the blink of an eye, he returned to normal size. He stood proudly in the void, looking at the senior officials of the empire and others with a smile. And then appeared in front of everyone as if teleporting around. Brother Fu. Wang Yun was the first to embrace Li Fu. For nearly 1 billion years. Wang Yun had been on tenterhooks for nearly 1 billion years. Now that he saw that Li Fu was safe and sound, he was extremely excited. Everyone is watching. Li Fu touched Wang Yun's head and reminded him carefully that he should go home to show off his affection. Hearing Li Fu's words, Wang Yun's face instantly turned red. Then he gave Li Fu a scolding look and left Li Fu's arms. As for everyone around them smiled and said nothing, pretending not to have seen the scene just now. Brother Fu, have you transcended the realm of chaos now? Yu Liang, who was the most impatient, was the first to run up and asked. Everyone also looked at Li Fu eagerly one by one, looking forward to Li Fu's reply. Although Li Fu had just caused a huge commotion, only Li Fu himself knew whether he had transcended the realm of chaos. Well, it should be considered beyond the realm of chaos. Li Fu smiled and nodded. What does it mean? Tell us what it feels like. Yu Liang curled his lips and said dissatisfied. I have a feeling now. This feeling is very strange. I feel that I am on an equal footing with the entire 9-star universe. I am alive on the same level as the universe. I can also feel the chaotic world outside the universe. I feel that I can easily enter the world of chaos. I vaguely felt that something in the world of chaos was attracting me. So I said that I should transcend the realm of chaos and become a being on the same level as chaotic life and the universe. Li Fu thought for a while and expressed his feelings. I feel that the void of this universe is very fragile. I can break the universe with just one punch. As Li Fu spoke, he clenched his fist and punched the void in front of him lightly. Boom! As soon as Li Fu punched out, a huge hole instantly appeared in the void in front of him. The hole was as big as several star continents. From the gap, billowing energy of chaos poured in rapidly. Everyone was startled, and then instantly turned into streams of light and moved away from the void in the distance. The energy of chaos is not something that can be touched casually. Once contaminated, the whole person may be completely annihilated by the energy of chaos. Unless the physical body is powerful enough to be at the level of Kan Wu Tianzuan, one can use a small amount of chaotic energy to temper the physical body. However, Li Fu was unmoved and even flew towards the billowing energy of chaos. Then he opened his mouth and surged into the chaos from the gap in the universe. Before the chaos, it all poured into Li Fu's mouth like a long whale sucking water. It was completely swallowed. It was not until the healing power of the universe healed the gap, and no more chaotic energy poured in that Li Fu stopped devouring it. Everyone's eyes lit up when they saw this scene with their own eyes. It seemed that Li Fu had really transcended the realm of chaos. From now on, he could come and go freely in the chaos. He no longer had to be afraid of the energy of chaos, and could actually speak. Swallow the energy of chaos. Huh? After Li Fu swallowed the chaos chi, he exhaled gently, and a wisp of black and yellow chi came out from his mouth. He controlled it in his hands. And then his figure flashed around everyone again. It seems that in the future I can specifically swallow the energy of chaos to refine the black and yellow energy. However, I just swallowed a lot of chaos energy and only condensed this trace of black and yellow energy.
Li Fu smiled and said to everyone with the Xian Huang Qi thread in his hand.
Both this chaotic creature and the universe can swallow the energy of chaos to condense the black and yellow energy. Ancestor, you have truly transcended the realm of chaos.
Li Shuquang's eyes were shining at this time. Li Fu can practice to transcend the realm of chaos. And so can others. This proves that the method deduced by Yin Jia is completely correct. In the future, the Empire can give birth to more transcendence. A monk in the realm of chaos. In the past, relying on the Chaos Beast was a bit unsafe. Once the Chaos Beast left the universe out of control and disappeared into chaos, the Empire would have no recourse. Now the people of the Empire can cultivate to a state beyond chaos. If there is an invasion of chaotic creatures in the future, they no longer need to rely solely on the chaotic beasts. The Empire can send powerful monks to deal with the chaotic creatures. More importantly, in the future, you can freely enter the world of chaos without relying on the beasts of chaos. We don't even know how big the world of chaos is now. In the world of chaos, the Empire has just started. And there are still many. There are many wonderful places waiting for everyone to explore. Relying on the chaotic beasts is not very reliable after all. But if you can enter the chaotic world yourself, it will be more convenient, safer and more reliable to explore the chaotic world.
We need to use the Xianhuang Qi to transcend the realm of chaos. I think this realm is called the Xianhuang realm.
Li Fu nodded, thought for a while and said,
Xianhuang realm, this is a good name.
Shen Bin, the imperial veteran on the side, nodded after hearing this.
Your Majesty, now that you have successfully advanced to the Xianhuang realm, our empire can truly control the chaotic world from now on. I think it is time for our empire to hold a grand celebration ceremony to celebrate.
Cabinet Prime Minister Tu Zuilia seemed to have remembered something and suggested to Li Fu and everyone. In fact, after the chaotic biological crisis was resolved, the empire prepared to hold a grand ceremony to celebrate. However, when Li Fu went to practice this method, it actually took nearly 1 billion years to practice. Without Li Fu, there would be no way to hold this kind of ceremony. So the empire has never held the celebration ceremony, and plans to hold it again after Li Fu completes his cultivation. Now that Li Fu has cultivated to the Xianhuang realm, he has the powerful ability to soar through the chaotic world from now on. After nearly 1 billion years of development, the empire is no longer what it used to be, occupying every universe. The figures of the descendants of Yin and Huang are not only in every in the universe. The chaotic world continues to expand and become more and more powerful. Other super civilizations can no longer compare with the empire. The empire needs to hold a grand ceremony to celebrate the glory and greatness of the empire. And this ceremony has been being prepared, waiting for Li Fu to host it.
Well, there will be a grand ceremony to celebrate.
Other high-ranking empire officials and imperial elders also nodded in support. A celebration ceremony will be held when a civilization is promoted to a super civilization. Since the empire's current level of civilization has surpassed a super civilization, a celebration ceremony will be held. In the past, when the empire achieved a super civilization in space-time technology, it was supposed to hold a grand ceremony. But at that time, Li Fu felt that he would wait until the empire also made a breakthrough in biotechnology. Now was the time.
I think the grand hall held by our empire should be a grand ceremony to celebrate our empire becoming a chaotic civilization. Super civilization is not as powerful as our empire,
and there is no way to control the chaotic world. Our empire is a chaotic civilization. A chaotic civilization that surpasses super civilization.
Shen Bin, who has always been very modest, thought about it and suggested that he proposed the concept of chaos civilization and felt that the ceremony held by the empire should be a ceremony to celebrate the empire's promotion to chaos civilization, not a super civilization ceremony.
Chaos civilization, chaos civilization.
Everyone thought about it carefully, and then everyone quickly nodded in support. Well, everyone was swollen. After all, the empire is now a powerful civilization that can control the chaotic world.
Chaos civilization is the end of an old and a new beginning for our empire. We must still work hard as always, constantly surpass, and lead our great descendants of Yin and Huang to a more glorious future.
Li Fu thought carefully, thought about it, and said with a smile, 9-star universe, Milky Way, Solar System, Earth, where the mausoleum of the Yellow Emperor in Hunan, Xia Kingdom was originally located. Today, colorful flags are flying here, and it is very lively. A 100-meter-high statue of the Yellow Emperor stands on the Earth. Overlooking this Earth, the place where the descendants of Yin and Huang originated, Lu Qingchuan, the founding emperor of the Han Technology Empire, personally led many high-level officials of the Han Technology Empire to arrive at the Yin Huang Empire for the first time to participate in the celebration ceremony of the Yin Huang Empire. The power of the Yin Huang Empire was the power of the descendants of the Yin Huang Empire. And the Han Technology Empire also achieved rapid development again. Kan Wu Tianzuan of the Immortal Cultivation Alliance was suffering from pink eye at this time. He looked at the people of the Yin Huang Empire and the Han Technology Empire with an expression of envy and jealousy. He felt sour in his heart. The Yin Huang Empire actually came from behind and became the first to become a chaotic civilization. Although he didn't want to accept it. But I have to admit that the Yin Huang Empire has really surpassed the super civilization. And the chaotic world outside the universe will be allowed to run at their own pace from now on. Alpha Civilization Leader Fan. Thunder Empire Emperor Lei Yin. Purple Moon God Clan Queen Lingsha. Tianyan Empire Emperor Hui Yun Chi Chi, who has been promoted to level 9 Cosmic Civilization. And others received invitations one by one and personally led the group as soon as possible. Come here. They all have very complicated expressions at this time. Especially the Emperor Hui Yun of the Tianyan Empire. It's amazing that he has been watching the rise of the Yin Huang Empire. When he was looking for his sister, Yin Huang was just a level 7 Cosmic Civilization. In the blink of an eye, just a short time later, it turned out to be a level 7 Cosmic Civilization. Chaos Civilization surpasses Super Civilization. Under the tall statue of the Yellow Emperor, Li Fu very formally put on the Yellow Emperor's dragon robe and the Emperor's imperial crown, and walked step by step to the altar. The promotion ceremony of Yin Huang Empire to Chaos Civilization has officially begun. Li Fu's voice was very loud, as if he could pass through deep water, the void of the universe, and all the way to the chaotic world.